that I have spoken to.
talkSPORT Sports Update with Trust a Trader. When it matters, get the job done marvellously well by a verified Trust a Trader professional.
talkSPORT.
Good afternoon, I'm Max Scott here with your sports headlines. Now, despite Newcastle's disappointing form, Eddie Howe's insisted he is the right man to take Newcastle forward. Simon Jordan agrees he does still have time, but isn't sure Newcastle will ever reach the heights fans hope for.
Eddie has still some legs in him. I maintain the view that the expectation of Newcastle against the reality of what they're going to be able to achieve is probably two different things. People have got the ownership confused with the opportunity, and the opportunity is denied by the structure of the game.
Newcastle travel to Spurs tomorrow night live on talkSPORT 2. And after Christian Romero's red card just 6 days after complaining at Spurs' lack of players, Martin Keown's reckon Thomas Frank should take drastic action.
But actually, if you want to change the culture of that football club, right, and there's a serious problem with the culture of that football club, maybe this is the one to say, do you know what, he doesn't play for our football club again. We're making a change.
After Cole Palmer's hat-trick at the weekend, Liam Rosenior still believes he has work to do to get back to his very best.
Any world-class player is important to what you want to achieve. So for me, it's been great to see him enjoying his football on Saturday. It's been great to see him banging in the goals, and hopefully his form continues in that way.
And after England got off to a flyer in the Six Nations with their victory over Wales, 2003 World Cup winner Will Greenwood told talkSPORT England showed why they do have what it takes to win a Grand Slam.
The power of the pack, the set piece, Chesham and Coles, absolutely outstanding. The scrum, the line out, world-class set piece. You've got a number 10 at the moment who's walking around like, who was the great Italian? Pirlo in the midfield.
Yeah. A reminder that the legend Noel Gallagher will be live on Drive with us next, so stick around, and for all the latest, head to the website at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
Scottish Labour leader calls on Sir Keir Starmer to resign over the Mandelson scandal, and police are looking into claims former Prince Andrew shared sensitive information with Jeffrey Epstein. More with the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Today it's raining tyres in our centres, including top-notch brands like Pirelli. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
Mostly cloudy with some bright spells possible. Heavy rain and strong winds pushing into the southwest with a risk of flooding.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is here, everyone.
Here, by the way, Darren.
Yes, he is wearing his baggy clothes. How are you, DB?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
Nice to see you.
Nice.
High five. Great
Good start to the week, that.
Yeah, great start. By Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We'll hear from Newcastle boss Eddie Howe as he struggles to get a tune out of his side. How much longer will he get to turn things around? In fact, Newcastle, we're starting with that. Newcastle fans, 03717222344. We're taking a look at, well, a few of the English outsiders who are starting to perform at this year's World Cup. And with Romero sitting red again for Spurs, we'll discuss whether it's the worst Premier League captain we've ever seen. On top of that, we'll get stuck into the controversy from Man City's win at Liverpool yesterday. All that plus Bent, he brings us his top 5 talking points from the Premier League weekend. And, of course, he's got his EFL corner. And the legend that is Noel Gallagher will be on our show today in about half an hour's time. 03717222344 if you want to be a part of it.
And of course it's the boot room, and I have a peach of a chat for you today. It's about boot.
You may have noticed, DB, that I sort of stumbled over my words there. Now, you were in the meeting with me.
Yeah.
And as I'm reading it, I'm thinking, my brain's going, we never talked about that in the meeting. We're taking a look at a few of the English outsiders who are starting to perform in the World Cup year.
Yeah.
Do you remember that in the meeting?
No, I don't remember that either.
Oh, producer Joe just said he changed his mind. Oh, right, okay. I'll just cross it out then, rather than read it out live and make a fool of myself. There you go. We should do it on tomorrow's show, yeah? Yeah, good work. Yeah. And you forgot to put Noel Gallagher in. I ad-libbed that line. What have you done today, Joe? What have you done? Honestly, sometimes I have to do everything on my own. How are you, DB? You all right? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, you?
You had a good weekend? What did you do? What was the highlight of it, DB? Head's grown, isn't it?
Yeah, it's grown. Yeah, Man United just keep winning games, which is fantastic.
Can't have it cut till Man United lose, not draw, lose.
Yeah, so I had quite a kind of action-packed weekend. So Saturday I went out for a meal for my birthday, which was the day before.
Oh, yeah.
But we took the kids to Taco Social.
Oh, you talked about that last week, so how was that?
Yeah, they loved it. And then we went for a meal, and then we got back to the house, and then drove to Swansea because my little boy.
Is that far from you?
3 hours.
Right, okay. Well, I don't know where you
Yeah,
live.
so he had Swansea away on Sunday.
How do you get on?
So they won 4-0.
You've got to drive all that way for a kids' match.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. So we went the night before because he was been desperate to do that. So we stayed Village Hotel. Shout out Village Hotel. So one of our sponsors, I think.
Did they sort you out?
They didn't. I forgot to ask him.
Full price.
I forgot.
Muppet.
But yeah, we stayed there. He absolutely loved it. A lot of his teammates stayed there as well. Yeah. And then they played really well on the Sunday. And then we drove back. And then I watched what a game that was.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a bit later on.
Yeah. So it's been action packed. What about you?
That is.
Here we go. No, John, go in reversal to start Sunday and go backwards.
I went to see Bobby Billions at...
For those who don't know, who is that?
Robbie Williams.
Thank you.
Brixton Academy. Have you been there, by the way?
I went to Brixton back in the day. Wow.
No, the Academy.
Oh, no.
It's a fantastic venue.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a really great venue. I went there, watched the football Saturday. Oh, you'll be pleased to know I didn't drink Saturday.
Okay, nice.
Hold on. No, wait. More than 10 glasses of alcohol.
Boo him.
No, but tomorrow's the day when I go back to the doctor and I say out of the month I had 2 days on it, which I think is a round of applause. That is.
That's quite funny. Isn't
Jack,
it?
that is a round.
One of the parents on Sunday went, "Oh, are you going to bring him that bottle of whiskey?" No, John, I'm bringing it tomorrow. I'm bringing it.
I don't want it, mate.
Me having it. Well, no, I'm going to put it on the table and we'll see if you take it.
No. I'm a Dalmore man through and through. You know that, right?
No, well, you're not.
You can't give me half a bottle of Macallan that you bought me for my birthday that you've drunk.
I can. It's 18.
It's not. It's 9 now. You've had half of it. And of course, Noel Gallagher will be joining us in about 20 minutes' time. Can't wait for that. It's going to be great. What a game that was. We'll talk to Noel about the game yesterday. But we're going to start with Newcastle. Their stuttering season continued following that 3-2 defeat at home to Brentford. So has Eddie Howe run his course at Newcastle?
The night might not be finished yet, but Newcastle United are. It's 2-0 to Manchester City.
Going into the Liverpool game, this might be hard to believe, but Newcastle were top of the 5-game Premier League form tables.
More evidence to suggest that Newcastle are never quite as good away from home in the Premier League as they are at St James's Park.
So there should be question marks raised about some of the results and some of the performances.
It's Newcastle 2, Brentford 3, and it's Ouattara with the left-footed strike. Andy Goldstein in to break Newcastle's heart.
Yeah, defeat on Saturday means it's now 1 win in 8 for Newcastle in all competitions, and there were boos at the final whistle as well. That does surprise me. Despite still being in the FA Cup and the Champions League, Howe has been under pressure recently with the uncertainty surrounding players such as Sandro Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes, etc. Their future, it could be a difficult and a dangerous end to the season if they were to pull the trigger ahead of tomorrow's game with Spurs. What a big game that is, by the way. Live on talkSPORT 2, Eddie Howe spoke about his future at the club.
The club's always number one, as I said, and I think you've got to, from my perspective, I've got to think that I am the right person for the job and I'm giving value and I'm helping the players and I'm the right person to get results, ultimately. So as long as I feel that in my heart and in my spirit, then my desire and my motivation levels are as high as there's ever been. But I think that's the key question I always have to ask myself. Am I the right person to take the team and the club forward?
Listen, there's no smoke without fire. When a manager or a board or the owners start talking about it could be the end, usually at some stage in the near future, we see the end. Unusual that a manager's talking about it. If I don't think I can do it anymore, I will leave. What's gone wrong for Newcastle this season? Or has it gone wrong, right? Because we've still got quite a lot of games left of the season, right?
Yep.
They are, I think, 12th in the Premier League. They're, 10 points off Champions League football.
Yep.
But you cannot doubt the job that he has done there. He's turned them into winners. They won the League Cup. He's gotten Champions League football twice, right? Now, even though their owners have more money than any owners of any other sport in the world,
I spend it.
They're not allowed to spend it.
No.
So with the funds that he's got, I think he's done a pretty good job, right?
Well, this is the thing. I don't understand what more people are expecting. Because as you said there, you're right. He's come in, he's finished. These are his last 3 finishes. 4th, 7th, 5th. I mean...
What else should they be doing?
And to throw in there, they've won the League Cup as well. Like, I don't understand what they were supposed to have done more. Like I understand it. It's all well and good sitting there and going, "Oh yeah, I'd love them to. They should be doing this and should be." They're not going to win the league. I don't think they'd win the league. Yeah, domestic cups, they've won one of those. FA Cup maybe a little bit better, but I'm looking at what they've done and I'm thinking, all right, you look at the transfer business they've done. Now I don't care what anyone says. Losing Alexander Isak is huge.
Yeah,
you cannot underplay how big losing him is, and in the manner that they lost him. The fact that he almost overnight went, do you know what? No, I ain't playing anymore. Because he, for the last two and a half seasons, has been one of the best in Europe, which is why Liverpool broke the record to bring him in, because he's been that good. And then you bring in the likes of Johan Visser, who was good last season for Brentford, 54 million. I know he got 20 last season, but that's a lot.
He had like a year left on his deal, right?
51 million.
Insane money.
Walter, who's a good player, 71 million. I thought the Jacob Ramsey one was a good signing.
Yeah.
I think Malik Chow, I think he's done quite well.
You mentioned Langer.
Langer's at 37 million.
55 million for Langer.
I think, with add-ons and stuff. So the recruitment you look at and go, oh, have they overpaid for some of the players? Potentially, yes.
But that's not Eddie Howe's fault, right?
That's not Eddie Howe's fault. But losing Isak is massive. I don't care what anyone says. It's massive. I did expect them to be doing a little bit better in the league, and they should be, because they're better than currently 12th where they are. But 4th, 7th and 5th. I don't quite know where you expect them to finish.
And he's got them to another League Cup semi-final.
Semi-final.
They might win. I know it's a long shot. It's only 4th round. They might win the FA Cup.
Yep.
Doubtful, but they might win it.
100%.
Right?
Still in the Champions League.
Champions League. I know they've got to qualify to get to knockout stages, but still they're in it, right?
I don't know what more he could be doing.
When I heard the booings at full time, I was really stunned. Like, what we've seen this so many times, and we've said it before. We've said it recently with West Ham. Be careful what you wish for.
100%.
What do Newcastle fans honestly, hand on heart, expect?
Yeah.
Because they're not Arsenal,
no,
right? And Arsenal, for the foreseeable future, will be knocking on the door of either winning it or, without a shadow of a doubt, top 5.
Yeah.
Without doubt. Man City, exactly the same.
Yeah.
Either they're going to win it or they'll be knocking on the door. That's 2, right? You expect the way Man United, they're going to be there or thereabouts, right? Not to win it, but there or thereabouts, right? That's 3. Chelsea, they're another club that will fancy themselves. I haven't mentioned Liverpool yet.
Nope.
So there's 5.
Yeah. And then you've got, currently right now, and rightly so, on merit, 3rd is Villa.
Okay.
Now, they might look at where Villa are and go...
They probably do.
And go, well, hold on. If Villa can do it, and then...
Yeah, that's the anomaly to that.
Brentford, Everton, no disrespect to these teams. Sunderland will bother them. They're obviously local rivals. Fulham and Bournemouth all above them. So I understand from a Newcastle perspective, they're going, well, hold on. There's nowhere on the planet... Like, the minimum we should be when you look at those teams is 7th behind the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea. But currently they're 12th. I think it's definitely a case of be careful what you wish for, because I'm a big fan of Eddie Howe. I think he is top draw as a coach. I don't put him into that elite bracket as a manager yet. No, not yet. But he's a very, very good coach that I think has turned Newcastle into a team that the fans could be proud of. As I said, they were desperate. Amount of times we had Newcastle fans coming on and saying, "I'd take 4th bottom if you just win a trophy.
Yeah.
Just win us something." He's done that. And not only did he done that, he's got you back in the Champions League as well.
Are you seeing similarities between his reign and how it came to an end at Bournemouth? I'm not comparing the clubs. I'm just talking about, like, I almost feel he's done as much as he can do. He did that with Bournemouth, right? He got them to the unbelievable heights of getting Premier League football, which was just above and beyond.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering now if this has run its course, this scenario.
I don't know if it's run its course, right? But it almost feels like it's got to the point where he almost needs to go again. You know, rebuild.
Yeah.
Like he needs to go again. And he done, again, an absolutely incredible job at Bournemouth. I know there was a little stint at Burnley, which didn't go as well he would have liked, but still, for what he did at Bournemouth, because they were close to going out of business, and he's obviously brought them back from the brink. I just think he needs the investment. Now, he's got some of his top players. He's already lost Isak. There's now talk about Tonali. He wants to go back to Italy. I know Man United and Arsenal are in for him, but I read this morning his first option would be like to go back to Italy, so he's already making noise that he wants to go. He needs to be given money to be able to go again. Because currently, right now, I feel like they're running on bare bones.
Yeah.
Which
is nuts, right?
Anthony Gordon, good player. His league form has been, in terms of his numbers, have been terrible. Like, we know he's a good player. Like, we know how good he's been. They bought him for a lot of money, right? But when you start looking at Anthony Gordon's numbers, right? Now, in my opinion, he is a potential starter for England, wouldn't you?
Not when everyone's fit, but he's knocking on the door.
He's in the conversation.
He should be in that squad.
Three Premier League goals this season.
Yeah, no, that's not.
1 assist.
Yeah, that's not enough.
He's got to be better than that. Has to be. So that doesn't help. You then take away all the Isak goals. Doesn't surprise me that.
It is, obviously, we'll take calls on this. Is Eddie Howe the right man for Newcastle?
Quite 100%.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think if you get rid of him, then where'd you go?
I agree with you. Newcastle fans might say that he's done as much as he can do, and now we need the manager to take us to the next level.
How do you do that with no money?
I don't know. And who is that manager, right? Who is that manager? Newcastle fans, you can phone up and have your say. I'm really inclined to hear from Newcastle fans that want Eddie Howe out, because I don't really understand why. If you can phone up and tell me why, then I'd love to hear from you. 03717 223344. 5 o'clock, we will be talking about the crazy scenes we saw at Anfield yesterday, and we'll talk about the match and whether it was right or wrong. You can have your say on that. Noel Gallagher will be giving us his view on that in about 15 minutes' time. But we start the show with Newcastle chat. Eddie Howe fans, or maybe you're not. 03717 223344. Dial that. You can have your say next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
I'm all for the hard yards, and I don't think getting rid of Aubameyang was the same comparison, because Arsenal didn't miss him and didn't lose anything as a result.
They did. That season he went to Barcelona and scored a hatful of goals. They made the Champions League. Arsenal didn't win the Champions League, but their future was to be a better one.
Everybody knew
there has to be a sacrifice
here.
That
sat in the studio, and me and Jim being included, forecast that Aubameyang would lift the leg when he went to Barcelona. We all knew it, because he'd go and do it in Spurs. What he was doing was creating a polluted environment inside the dressing room that was relatively solidified in certain ways with a new manager.
Impressionable young players.
This is a different dressing room. Now, I don't disagree. The harder yards are that you take control of a situation. So let's get it right. Arteta was being supported by his board. He was supported by his board in the Aubameyang decision. You've got a group of people that didn't employ Thomas Frank, that are not entirely sure about Thomas Frank's future. So he's going to go to them and say, the player that you just signed a 4-year contract on, that we've made captain, I'm going to jettison him.
You're suggesting that, son. You wholeheartedly, they gave Thomas Frank the job.
No, they didn't.
Well, why not? How are you saying this? Do you have inside information that we don't have then?
Yes, I do. Because Daniel Levy and self-evident information.
He's not there anymore, is he? So what's he going to do?
So my point is, don't be so bloody stupid then. Daniel Levy's not there, and neither is Paratici. They were the two.
So he's exposed now because he's gone.
Yes, I do. I think he's absolutely got no allies there.
Well, maybe he's better off without him.
Well, that's a different argument.
Because maybe that person was also detrimental long-term to the club.
Which argument do you want me to respond to?
If you want to look at everything, the money that Spurs have made and how valuable they are, and the shares that are actually Daniel Levy's shares, by the way.
Got to do?
Were those decisions made for Daniel Levy's shares to become even more valuable?
Right, so all of that has...
Or was it for the team on the pitch?
All of that has nothing to do with Christian Romero, right? So let's go to the point in hand.
Well, you spread it out. You spread it out into...
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. I'm taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
I get a good feeling.
Yeah.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent is alongside me. Still to come. We'll be looking back at that dramatic game at Anfield. Yesterday's City kept pace in the title race.
I'm not going to lie to you. It felt like a punch in the stomach.
Of course it would have done. So funny. The legend that is Noel Gallagher will be joining us for that one in about 10 minutes' time. Just quickly, Will Steele's brother, Ed Steele, is set to be appointed as Watford manager.
I mean, is that... when I saw it on there, I thought, hold on, Ed Steele, is that...
What?
I don't know, just like...
His brother, was he good at football manager as well? What?
Where is Will?
Will Steele?
Yeah, where is he? I know he got he lost his job at Southampton.
Okay.
I want him to do well, Will, because he come on our show a couple of times.
Yeah,
nice kid as well.
Kid? Bit patronising, isn't it? He's not a kid.
Well, I wouldn't say that to someone like Neil Warnock. Good kid him. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but Will Steele's a grown man.
Yeah, but still, I think I'm older than him. So I can say that to
You're older than most people now, D. They're in football.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
No, don't deflect.
I'm getting younger now.
You need to stop calling everybody kid. You over there.
Nothing wrong with that. Right, let's take your calls on all things Newcastle. Where do you go from here? 037172233 Jack wants Eddie Howe out. Why though? Why? Let's find out. Hello, Jack.
Harry, lads.
How are you?
Harry.
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. What would you like to say? Why do you want Eddie Howe out?
Well, I'd like to say I'm not fully Eddie Howe out yet. I'm about 75% there, me personally.
Okay, why?
My point is for me personally, where I sit in the Gallagher, and the pubs beforehand, I think he needs to walk before he loses the dressing room and the fans anymore.
No, but what in your opinion is he doing wrong? Why is he not getting the best out of this team?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. My personal opinion is, ever since Amanda Staveley and Mehrdad Qadusi walked away from the club, something with the mentality has gone seriously wrong. You seen Anthony Gordon the other night. He went down against Man City once the second or third goal went in, holding one leg. He's hobbling off holding the other.
Oh, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see it. I mean, his performances this season haven't been great either. And listen, I'm a big fan of Eddie Howe. I really am. But one thing that's lacking, certainly defensively, unless Liverpool players, and Lewis Hall's got a little bit, the pace, man. People getting them behind Newcastle's back line.
That was always their strength, right?
Not so much their strength, but like Botman.
Are you talking about the back line?
Back line, right?
I thought you meant going.
Going forward, yeah, they've got pace, right? Yeah. But that Botman, good player.
Good goal.
And to be fair, he's had the injuries. Can't run anymore.
No.
Can't run. Charles, I think actually Charles done actually all right, to be fair. But with Rashard plays or Dan Burn plays in there.
I thought Dan Burn, he got called the weekend, bad header.
Yeah. So these things that happen, but I think Harvey Barnes for me has been a big plus.
Gareth's a Newcastle fan. G-Dog.
Hi, gents. You all right?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, good. I back Eddie all the way. I was out in Paris at Paris Saint-Germain. Eddie all the way for what he's achieved. What I can't understand with the club is why they don't restructure that club. Everything the Saudi owns, put into Newcastle, and you could spend whatever you want because you would have the headroom. They own Coca-Cola, Walt Disney. Restructure the club, put Newcastle at the head of it. They still own everything. You'd have the headroom. You'd have the biggest headroom in sport for a club.
They own Walt Disney.
I don't know. Do they own Walt Disney?
The Saudis own loads of the large brands out in America. So why not restructure the club as the parent company?
They own Walt Disney.
And
TNT own that. Go on anyway.
Yes. Well, sorry, but all the brands that the Saudis own, why do Newcastle not just sit at the top of it and create all the revenue?
Because the laws state the revenue's got to come through Newcastle Football Club.
Yeah, there would be if they were the parent.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be because that goes against the rules, right? It's got to be. Here's the thing, it's got to be what the club make, because if they were to sell the club tomorrow, and they've brought up this incredible debt because they've got loads of other companies that can afford these debts, and they sell it, then the club is back to square one.
But for me, that's no different than what Chelsea have done when they've restructured the ladies' team. I think the financial structure behind that club could be much more commercial to give us the headroom.
Yeah, it can be commercial if it's about Newcastle United Football Club.
Yeah, but it's owned by the owners own the club. They can make that structure what they want.
Well, listen, here's my guess. The people that own it are multi-billionaires, so they're very clever. Yeah. So if there was a loophole in which they could do that, they would have done it. That's my guess.
I think they're trying to do it ethically, though. I think they're trying to do it too much because they're worrying about their reputation.
No, but why haven't other owners done it?
And also, you want to do it properly so you don't get punished later on down the line.
You can't do that. So, some other... Todd Bowley would have done it, right? Other clubs would have done it. You can't do it. There's no loophole there.
Yeah, I still think there's some headroom there. Chelsea have done it.
I think there is. I don't mean to be rude, Gareth, but I would imagine the multi-billionaires that run those clubs and industries know more about what they can and can't get away with than you. I don't mean that in a rude way, but they would have done it.
No.
Right?
And I think you're right. I think it's the club's choice to do things.
No, it's not. It's legally.
Do you know, I do think, right, they probably have tried to find ways.
You can't do it. It's got to be what the club makes.
Because surely they tried to structure it in a way that, okay, we need more revenue, more money to be able to spend, to be able to keep players like Alexander Isak. But the fact is they had to move him on because PSR.
Yeah.
So obviously they've not found that loophole yet because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, you can't. If you own Disney, you can't pull money from Disney because that's not the club.
No.
Otherwise, financial fair play goes out the window. John's a Newcastle fan. Hello, John.
Hi.
How are you, Johnny?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my friend. Off you go.
Brilliant. Yeah, I just wanted to say Eddie Howe in for me because ultimately. Who'd you turn to? If you get rid of Eddie Howe, who'd you bring in? You're ripping everything up and starting again.
That's the question, right?
For the past 4 years, he's been in charge. Obviously, everything that was structured to do, it's he's sort of been the one that's sort of done it. And if you get rid of him, then who'd you turn to? There's nobody out there that you would think, he can come in and things will get better, because they won't. So I think we have to ride it out. I think some of the signings that we made in the summer haven't hit the ground running. Wissa, I know he had the injury, but I'm not sure what the expectations were around him. I don't think he's settled yet.
It's definitely one of them. I look at the recruitment as well, and I think it could have been better, but again, your hands are tied. So where you'd like to shop in a certain place and bring in certain players, but if you can't, there was no one on the planet that could have gone into this season with just Wolf Armada. They needed another one, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. We'll take more calls a bit later on. When we come back, we'll be joined by the rock and roll superstar that is Noel Gallagher in just a moment. First, it's time for No Googling. Now, last year, the Oasis reunion tour played 36 shows and grossed a whopping $405 million. We want to know who's the only artist to gross more. I'm guessing last year, Joe, you mean? So is it one person or a band? It is. Oh, Joe's saying, well, that's part of it. The Jeopardy. Good luck. The answer to that, and more importantly, the ledge that is Noel Gallagher. Join us live on Drive for talkSPORT after this.
Dave from Sutton says City goal should have stood. I hate how ex-refs say rules are rules, ruining the game. VAR can bore off. Charlie from Derby, thank God it was the third goal and not the second, because City would have lost 2 points. Another one here saying the ref has to take the emotion out of it and disallow the goal. Isn't football all about emotion? Without emotion, what would the point be in anybody watching at all? And so on and so on and so on. So many people are furious with it all. And maybe our next caller, I'm not sure, about to find out, because Neil Warnock has called up. Morning, Neil.
Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, lads. Yeah, I had to do that, yeah.
Go. Come on, then. What did you make of it?
Well, the thing is, I go back to when I was a young kid, me, My dad refereed. He was a top referee, a Class 1 one. But he would never get to the top because he didn't sell enough raffle tickets for him and these dinners and things. he just refereed how he should do by using common sense, so he never got on. And I remember Bill Shankly saying, they know the laws, but they don't know the game.
Yeah.
And nothing has changed in all them years. I listened to Chris, and Chris is a lovely bloke, but he's one of them. They know the rules, they know it inside out, they know what should be happening, they know this, but they haven't got any idea about common sense. And they all think if we don't give this, then we'll lose some marks and we'll lose some... And it's a load of absolute rubbish. I've never heard anything like it. And it's all, Craig Pawson, I remember at Cardiff, him costing me 2 points against Chelsea. 2 yard offside, so I wanted VAR. But it's the way that they're using VAR now. John Brooks, oh my goodness me. I look at some of these referees. I didn't think they were good enough in for the Championship. They're all in top flight now. So it worries me that we're not getting...
Former Premier League ref Chris Foy has told talkSPORT VAR just did its job in disallowing Cherki's goal during City's win at Anfield.
It sounds boring, it sounds tedious, but they have a job to do.
Well, the review means Szoboszlai misses Liverpool's game at Sunderland live on talkSPORT on Wednesday night, and City's comeback has cut Arsenal's lead from 9 to 6 points. But Martin Keown reckons that's actually better for the Gunners, who keep getting accused of mental weakness.
If they go 9 points clear, then it's theirs to lose again. And we get all of that propaganda that is worked to try and keep this story alive.
Propaganda from who?
Well, that's what I would see it as if I was on the inside. I'm listening, I'm shutting out all the noise.
Elsewhere, we're hearing Sandro Tonali would be up for heading home to Italy. Juventus are keen, along with several Premier League clubs. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe has again insisted he's the right man to take Newcastle forward.
There's no doubt in my mind, and that's why I'm sat here, because, as I said, the club's the most important thing. So I'd never put myself before the club if I didn't think I was the correct man to take the team forward.
And Brendan McCullum's job will be safe if England make the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. That's according to former England coach David Lloyd. But they'll have to make some serious improvements to make the latter stages. McCullum's boys only scraped past Nepal by 4 runs yesterday.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. The legend is Darren Bent. In a moment, we'll speak to Noel Gallagher. In fact, the question I asked you was about Noel's band Oasis. Last year, their reunion tour played 36 shows, grossed a whopping £405 million. Who's the only artist to gross more, DB? By 2 million, not a lot.
Last year?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift?
No.
Kendrick Lamar?
No. She was part of it's a she. She was part of a band. I can't remember what the band was called. Beyonce.
Oh, Destiny's Child?
That's it. 407 million.
I can't remember Destiny's Child.
God, you know music. I don't know music. I know bits and pieces of music.
No, you do.
I couldn't have said
you
that.
been ignorant.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
Nah, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's still good, though.
Yeah, is she happy, though? Still to come, we'll be looking back at the rest of the Premier League action in Bentley's Tea Time Takeaway. But now, we're joined by a very special guest, of course, rock and roll superstar, massive Man City fan, and, of course, more importantly, this year's Brit Awards Songwriter of the Year winner. Noel Gallagher joins us. Hello, Noel Gallagher.
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
Very well.
What do you make of that? Brit Awards Songwriter of the Year, and to my knowledge, did you write a song?
I haven't written a song for 2 years. I'm not sure how I've got away with that one, but I'll take it.
There's controversy around it, right? I was reading about it in the paper this morning.
Is there? Oh, I don't know. Why? What's it now?
Just some what's it? Just some people are questioning the fact that you've won it and haven't written a song.
Well, I think the Brits is all based on record sales, and I'm not sure there was another single songwriter that sold. I mean, we sold 1 million records last year. We didn't even get off the couch, and I'm not sure there's a songwriter that can match that. But you know, if anybody's got a problem with it, meet me there. We'll have it out on the red carpet. If any of those wet wipes songwriting teams, all 11 of them, want to write a song between a lot of them, want to have it out on the red carpet, I'm there. Don't worry about it.
I read that your brother Liam actually posted something that he's gonna go with you, or he'll be there. Have you spoke to him about that? Is he going?
I haven't. No, we're just organising tickets for the Carabao Cup final today. But no, I haven't spoken to him about that. No.
Oh, you've got your tickets sorted for the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Are you a little bit nervous about that? Because I was talking to Bentley about that. A few other Arsenal fans, they all think they're favourite for it.
Oh, without question, yeah.
Oh, you think so? Do you?
Well, let's put it this way: if we turn up at Wembley and play like we played yesterday, we get beat 4-0.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about yesterday, right? 2-1 Anfield, 6 points off the top. We'll talk about the controversy in the game in just a moment. I've asked you this a million times. You've always denied it. I've said from day one I still fancy you to win it. Are you in the title race? Have you got a chance? I know factually you've got. Do you see it? Do you fancy yourself as winning the Prem this year?
I don't see Arsenal. I look at Arsenal. I just don't see them slipping up. They've got too much on the bench, and everyone's been banging on this morning about how great that game was yesterday. The last 10 minutes was amazing. The previous 80 minutes was literally a demonstration of why Arsenal are going to win the league this year. That was it. The last 10 minutes was chaos and it was brilliant, but that was not a great game yesterday. I don't care what anyone says. I sat and watched that, and I didn't think Liverpool were great. I didn't think we were great. I thought we were great in the last 10 minutes when we needed to pull something out of the bag, and we did. But other than that, can you think we're not there yet? I'm sorry, but we're not there.
Do you not know, though, like, obviously being an Arsenal fan, do you know, it made me nervous and uncomfortable because, as you said there, you didn't play well. And that was a game I looked at and thought, right, if ever there was going to be a 9-point gap, I thought this weekend you'd either draw or get beat by Liverpool, and then it's Arsenal's to lose effectively. The fact now that you've beaten Liverpool at Anfield, it makes me nervous because I think, is this the time where Manchester City just clicked into gear and you go and win the next, 5-6 games in a row?
Well, look, there's a terrible habit forming with City at the minute. Brilliant in the first half. Lord knows what goes on in the dressing room at half time. But yeah, the same at Tottenham, and it was the same at Fulham a few months back, where the opposing team only has to raise the energy levels by 5%. They run all over us. And I don't know whether that's because we're a young team and we're a bit, we're just not ready yet. But I don't see. I look at Arsenal, and I've watched all the games because I'm waiting for them to slip up, and they can just change it. They can bring 5 players off the bench who should have started, and I think it's look. As much as none of us want Arsenal to win it, we just have to accept that it's their year, and they've been building it for 5 years, and it's their time. Yeah. And it's not because I think Arsenal are particularly great. That this Arsenal side won't go down as a great Premier League team. They won't even be in the top 10. Right, it's because the chasing pack are not good enough. Chelsea are not ready. Liverpool on what's happened to them. City, I'm amazed we're second, if I'm being honest.
Just going back to, you mentioned the Carabao Cup final. Is that round about the 11th or 12th? That final is before you play them at the Etihad, right? In the league.
Well, look, this is the dream scenario. Is we beat Fulham on Wednesday and we get it to 3 points, and somehow Arsenal slip up, and then we're 3 points behind them when we get to Wembley and we beat them.
Yeah.
Now, if that happens, right, that throws a grenade into it all, and it energises City, and Arsenal fans will start panicking. But I got to say, I just do not see Arsenal dropping points. They never, they had their back four out for a month and never conceded a shot. Now,
the only thing
listen, no, but I've seen championship winning teams, right, at City. I've seen all 8 of them, whatever it is we've won. This isn't one. This is not one.
Do you know what my only concern with Arsenal is that and listen, of course I watch them every week, is the creativity. Like, I know they completely dismantled Sunderland this weekend, I get that. But there have been so many games this season, and maybe that's why they could be potentially become champions. I'm not sitting here saying they will, but it's because they've found a different way, set play and that. But in kind of open play at times, it has been a bit one-dimensional. So I think the only thing that could derail Arsenal are themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I think, look, Arsenal are just well balanced. I don't think they're brilliant at the back, and from the midfield they're not great, but they're just well balanced and they're consistent, and that's what wins the league. We've all seen it. When there's the old saying that all the old boys say. It's like, striker will win you games, but your defence will win you the title, and this is what is going to happen.
They're obviously still going for the quadruple, as are you, by the way. No one's talked about that.
Yeah.
And I don't fancy.
Our kid thinks we're going to win the quad.
Well, honestly, hand on heart, he does.
Yeah. So, well, that's what he was telling me last night.
See, the League Cup, I think, is the toss of a coin. I know Arsenal favourites, but I fancy you to win that. I still think you could win the league. It's when you get into Europe. The FA Cup's still early. But the Champions League football, do you think Arsenal have got a good enough squad to win that competition?
Well, yeah.
Honestly, you rate Arsenal that highly, do you, with their depth? You think that's the secret?
They haven't lost a game. That tells you everything you need to know.
I know, but also, no, right? I hear what you're saying. They haven't lost a game in the Champions League, but Spurs finished 4th in the Champions League. I mean,
I know, but that's because the rest of Europe are not aware of how dreadful Spurs are, and they give them too much respect. If all those other teams read a newspaper, you'll batter Spurs any day of the week. Well, unless you're Man City, of course. But I don't. I mean, Arsenal, they barely concede a goal.
I know.
It's like you just. And look, I know we all want to prolong this, and but it's over. It's over. I'm sorry.
It's so not over.
I don't think it's over.
I don't know how you can say that now. I really don't. I really don't.
I can say it because I've watched a lot of football.
But you've watched a lot of Arsenal, right?
Well, yeah.
I don't mean this season. I mean, like,
previous seasons.
Second.
Yeah, they're not. No, it's their time. It pains me to say it. I was in the cab coming to work this morning. The taxi driver was a Tottenham fan. He nearly crashed the cab when I was saying it's over. He's going, don't, mate. I can't. I'm going to have to leave the country. It's just like, well, sorry, boy.
Wait, we could have a scenario now where Arsenal win the league and Spurs go down.
That'd be brilliant.
Imagine that. Let's stay with your side. What's going on with Pep? Loads of reports suggesting it might be his last season. He won't renew. I know he only predominantly has like a year's rolling contract. And I won't ask for inside info. I wouldn't do that to you. But just what's your view on whether or not he's still got it? Has he still got the hunger?
My view is always the same with Pep. But you 1 minute you look at an interview and you think he's up for it. He's up for the fight. He's going to. Then you see another one. You think he's out the door. I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't leave at the end of this season, then he's going to get mithered about it. Or then they know that he's leaving at the end of next season unless he signs a new contract. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope he stays because the team that he's building, with Gahey and Semenyo and Cherky and Kusanov, as a basis of a good team there. You know what I mean? And if he leaves, who on earth is going to come in and take over that team?
Southgate.
But I'd be trying to get Emery out of Villa if I was a hierarchy.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Arteta knows your club, doesn't he? He'd be great at Man City.
Oh, he's Arsenal. He's Arsenal, isn't he? But I don't know. My honest opinion is I do not know whether he's going to stay or not. I have no idea.
Someone you know really well, no, obviously Phil Foden. I mean, what's going on there? I mean, he had a period at the start of this season where I thought, oh my goodness, that Phil Foden's back. But he's gone a bit quiet the last few weeks. What's happening there? And do you think his place in the England squad could be a little bit in danger?
I'm not bothered about England. That doesn't concern me in the slightest. The thing with Phil is he's lost his place, and whoever's come in to take his place is playing well. You know, we've got Semenyo, and you know O'Reilly's now moved into midfield. So I don't know. We're all a bit dumbfounded with Foden because like you say, the start of the season he was on fire, and then someone switched the light off, and I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean,
very bizarre in it because he's so talented, the kid.
Yeah, same as Haaland though. You know, if you were to say, you know, for the first 12 weeks of the season that Haaland would go 10 games without scoring the way he was at the beginning, you'd say it's impossible.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know what it is. It's just it's the collective. It's the collective team, and they're not. We're doing well. We're doing well to be second. I'll tell you that. But we are not. This is not a great Man City team.
Before I let you go, I've got to get your views on the controversy in the game yesterday. Szoboszlai getting red carded, wasn't a goal, etc. What's your view on all of that? I mean, annoyingly, by the letter of the law, it's not actually a goal, but you know, there's a bit.
I'm not sure they would have disallowed that if it wasn't if we were already not winning. If that goal went in to make it 2-1, I reckon they might have given that. But because the game was over anyway, there was like 10 seconds left or something. But it's another thing in a long list of things about VAR where you're just like, you know, as I understand it, right, VAR. This is how I understood it when he came in, that the referee would look at Loveland and just say to the people upstairs, can you just check that for me, that I've got that right? It's the other way round now. It's like Poulsen gives the goal yesterday and someone's like, hang on a minute, you know, you can't give that, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, it's the people in the gantry are refereeing the game.
Yeah.
But we should talk about Donnarumma's save as well.
Oh my goodness, what a save that was.
Mind-blowing.
If we go on, I mean, and it's a big if, and I'm gagging to be proved wrong here. If we go on and lift that trophy, that save was out of this world. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you got to admit the free kicks. Szoboszlai's free kick was like, honestly, you've got to applaud that.
Yeah. Whenever you get a goalkeeper of Donnarumma's stature not move when a free kick, you know that's a little bit tasty.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like I say, I mean, it was a great last 20 minutes yesterday. It was not a great game for either team, I don't think.
Before I let you go, I've just invented a game called Who Wins. I name a competition, you tell me who wins it, all right?
All right.
Champions League.
Bayern Munich.
FA Cup.
Arsenal.
Premier League.
Arsenal.
League Cup.
City.
Okay. Singer-songwriter of the year. I know you've got that one already.
It's just songwriter. It's not singer-songwriter.
Just songwriter.
It's songwriter of the year, and you know, and thanks very much. I mean, I'm in the studio now. I better put something out.
How do you get told? Do they text you? Is it a phone call? What happens?
If I'm being honest, right, I just think they were desperate to get somebody from Oasis up there because it's from Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right?
That's what I think. Our kid was like, I'm not going. And I was like, well, geez, well, I'll have to go then, I suppose. But no, a call came through and I was like, what? How can that be? But as it's all based on record sales, we did sell the most records. So, you know, like I say, if anybody's got a problem with it, I'll be there.
On the red carpet?
I'll be on the red carpet.
Do you mean a Sheffield United fan? Is that what you mean? That's what you mean, right? Yeah,
absolutely.
I thought so. No, what an honour as always. Thanks, pal. Appreciate that.
Cheers, Noel.
All right, mate. See you later.
See you soon, man.
Bye.
There you go. The Songwriter of the Year winner, Noel Gallagher.
Incredible.
Who literally is ready to...
Too much confidence about Arsenal win the league. Make him uncomfortable, that.
Yeah, but that's how he feels. I've spoken to him.
Yeah, of course. I
off air,
understand that.
And he won't go, yeah, I think we've got a chance.
See,
that is honestly how
I refuse to let my brain go that way, that Arsenal won this. refuse.
If he's what he said is right. If the gap becomes 3 points, then you play him in the League Cup final and they beat you, then it's like, hold on a minute, mentally what that does. We've got lots coming up today's show, as you would imagine. In fact, from 5 o'clock, we'll be talking about the controversy in that game yesterday. Was it a goal? Should it have been a goal? Should it be red card? If it's etc. You know what I'm talking about. If you want to have your say on that game yesterday and you haven't yet, now's the time to pick up the phone. My switchboard is clear. 03717 223344.
These players sometimes have got too much of it. They live in an environment where they're constantly told how wonderful they are. They're constantly provided for and supported, and you have to do that because it's a difficult game at times to play at elite levels. And put all the rewards to one side. But unless you start confronting people with their shortcomings as well as their positives, you will not build character, you will not build resilience, you will not build leaders, and you will not build people that actually make a team.
But Van Dijk says, Sammy, when you're getting bullied after a disappointing performance or receiving bad criticism, it's hard for the younger stars to ignore.
Jim,
you dish it out, to be fair to you. You can dish it out.
I'm talking about former...
Do you ever
with respect, we're not talking about Simon here, we're talking about former players.
Do you ever think
could I speak on that?
Should a pundit ever think for a moment, I wonder if that kid, I wonder if that will affect him, what I've just said.
Depends what's being said about them. If you turn around and say that a 19-year-old kid is absolutely useless and thick and ugly, then you're getting into... If you say that's a terrible performance, he's got to get a bit more about him.
I don't see any harm in this.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, I mean, as former players, we need to be reminded every now and again. It looks very easy sat in the gantry. You know, you can all see the pass sat in the gantry. Only Dennis Bergkamp could see it on the pitch. And we forget the game looks easy. And it's all about development.
Oh, yeah, but the basics.
And there are
pressures.
pressures. There are pressures.
No one expects everyone to operate like Pirlo or Dennis Bergkamp. It's about the basics. But people go after people for the basics. When they don't do the basics, they don't apply themselves. They don't do the basic fundamentals that it takes most decent Premier League footballers are capable of doing. That's what they go after. They don't go after people not being able to hit a 60-yard worldie, do they?
But obviously on the inside, if he's saying that on the outside, on the inside, they're obviously a bit cheesed off with what some of the former players are saying, because of constant criticism.
But again, we saw that last year, not last year, the year before in the Euros, where the media's job, put aside punditry, the media's job was total.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Get your calls in now, by the way, 03717223344 if you want to talk about the madness that we saw at Anfield, right or wrong. Strive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Big thanks to Noel Gallagher as well for just coming on. It's great. If you've missed any of the show, you can download the app and listen again, or it'll be on the YouTube channel, which is, if you're looking for the YouTube channel in YouTube, you can't find it, just search out Simon Jordan's face and then follow that. 9/10 of them are Simon's. And rightly so. Still to come, we'll be going through all the big decisions at Anfield, as I mentioned. Just quickly, talkSPORT understands that Sandro Tonali's keen on a move back to Italy and has had interest from a host of Premier League clubs.
Sorry, is that all he's doing is moving? John Duran. Where's he gone? Zenit now.
I know.
The guy just moving clubs for fun.
Wheels have fallen off, right? Right, let's discuss last night's Super Bowl 60 that saw the Seattle Seahawks smash New England Patriots 29-13 to become champions for the second time. Bentley, you obviously you love it, right? You're an advocate for the sport. You stay up. Let me finish. No. You stay up, you love it, you watch the build-up, all the adverts, the half-time, Bad Bunny and all that. You absolutely adore it.
Yeah.
So you did that?
Nope. Went to sleep. Watched the game this morning.
You're a disgrace.
I watched the game.
Imagine me doing that with Champions League final. World Cup.
Well, if it was Man United, no, but I was tired. Long weekend, a lot of driving. So I watched the game this morning on 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On 40 minutes, you watched the whole game.
Yeah.
Was
I'm
going to ask you questions that I'm going to pretend I'm interested in it, which of course I'm not.
I mean,
was there a turning point?
What kind of? All I will say.
Is it like 10-0 and then someone missed the touchdown?
What I will say is right is that.
Sorry, why are you looking at your notes?
Because I always got my notes. Like you still have notes.
Oh, you got it up there, sir.
No, but I watch football and I still write stuff down. Fair, Seattle were pretty much winning the first two quarters. To fair, they were never behind Seattle. So
okay, they got the first.
Yeah, and they
got the first try.
Do you know what? Touchdown. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm glad that Seattle won because listen, nothing against Drake May. I like him. He's a quarterback.
Yeah, nothing against him.
For the Patriots, but the Patriots have always left a bad taste in my mouth with Tom Brady and Belichick. Now, don't get me wrong; they are probably the two greatest player and the greatest coach of all time. But some of their antics when they were together, it just left it. So whoever they were playing in the Super Bowl, I wanted them to get beat. And even though those two are no longer there, I still wanted the Patriots to get beat, and they did. So I'm glad for Sam Darnold.
Me too. For who? Sam Arnold.
Sam Darnold, who's a quarterback for Seattle.
Darnold, yeah. I'm a big fan of Darnold. Anyone else who scored most goals?
Do you know what? I forget this. But
who scored the most?
No, what I'm going to say is, obviously Seattle because they won.
All right, is that the only way you can get a point?
What? No, you can get a field goal.
All right, there you go. So they might have got field goals.
Yeah, no, listen, but I'm glad that. How
many points did you get for a touchdown?
6.
How many for a field goal?
What? A extra point?
What?
You get an extra point?
How many did you get for a field goal?
1 for the extra point, and then some people go for 2.
How do they get 2? Why wouldn't you all go for 2?
Because it's like a normal play. So if you go for 2 and you get stopped, you only get the 6.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble.
Predominantly on the whole, what do people do?
What do you think a pick 6 means?
Is it when you go to the cinema and you get all that food?
No, serious question. What do you think a pick 6 means?
Put it in context. Put it in a sentence.
They've just got a pick 6.
Brilliant. Oh, that helps.
There you go.
A pick 6.
Yeah.
They've got to pick 6 players.
No.
No. What is it?
So basically, it's an interception, and you run it the whole way back for.
Hold on, don't laugh. I reckon by the end of it, I will get 4 phrases from NFL.
Okay, and I'll pick 4.
And you won't know what they mean.
Well, you'll get 4.
No, I'm going to research.
Yeah, pick 6 is easy.
But you're saying it like you're taking the mickey at me.
No.
It's your sport. Okay. I will find 4 phrases between now and 6, and I'll put them to Ben.
And you get 4 snooker phrases.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And then I'll do 4, and we'll say. Okay. So you're 0 for 1. There you go.
Okay, I'm 0 for 1. Yeah. All right, okay, we'll do that, right?
Basically, pick 6 is if I throw a pass and then your defense catches it and runs it all the way back for a touchdown. That's a pick 6.
Yeah, but why?
Because you get 6 points for a touchdown, and you picked it from me. Yeah.
All right. So it could be like still 6. It could be that you've stolen it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
0-1.
Okay, 0-1. We'll see who the best is all the way over the next 2 hours. When we come back, I know loads of you have wanted to have your say on the madness that we saw at the end of the game yesterday.
So someone's put here 4 on the bounce, Bentley. Tell your barber to cancel that appointment again.
Yeah.
Shout out Leighton.
Big time.
Also, by the way, where's Brett Rodgers at?
I've got to go to a break, mate.
Sorry.
If you want to talk about the madness from yesterday, 03717223344. Should it have been a goal? 03717223344.
Number 6. 6-7. 6-7.
Cameron, everything that we saw from Ruben Amorim, just to demonstrate the difference that Carragher's had. Like, Manchester United have already surpassed the points tally from last season with 13 games to go.
Well, exactly. And winning that 4 on the bounce now, and I think the fifth game is actually going to be our hardest game, considering the form of West Ham. I think that will be our biggest test. And I know that we've played City, we've played Arsenal, but I think West Ham are going to be our biggest test.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, I thought today's victory was, on some definition, actually the best victory. It was the best one. You know, it wasn't relying on emotion. It wasn't about the huge occasion. It wasn't relying upon like the huge noise and the desperation to win of a derby. This was a routine victory. It was another day, another win for Manchester United. And that is what Manchester United need to get back to. Just that standard procedure 2-0 home victory.
If Amorim was in charge today, we would have got beaten. Even with the red card. Even with Tottenham getting the red card, I think we still would have had a very hard game of it.
No, I completely agree. Not only that, if you'd have had Bruno Fernandes playing in some deep role, Kobe Mainoo would have been nowhere near the starting lineup, Amad Diallo would have been playing as a fullback. Sometimes football's a very simple game, and Ruben Amorim is a complete fraud, a complete imposter. He tried to pull the wool over all of our eyes by
being the nice guy.
By pretending that the game was played on a different plane that we could possibly understand. He was he was like suggesting that if you didn't understand his ridiculous tactics, it was because you didn't understand football in the perfect way that he did. Amad Diallo was one of Manchester United's best players the previous season. He stuck him at fullback. Bruno Fernandes has been probably Manchester.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil. And the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian Casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Welcome back to round number 2 of Drive Time with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent still here.
Want to give you some love.
Love it. Seen any good movies?
I haven't, to be fair.
Have you not?
Have you?
I saw something, yeah. I saw something on Netflix can't remember what it is.
Really?
I'll have to.
Why can you never remember anything?
I've got a terrible memory. Unless I make a decision to remember it. I'll tell you what I watch. I have The Girlfriend.
Any good?
It's all right, actually. Have you seen it?
No. The Girlfriend. I've seen that.
Yeah. Right at the end, the mum dies.
Why would you do that to people?
Still to come, we'll be looking back at some of the big stories from the Premier League in Bentley's Tea Time Takeaway. But now Man City kept alive the title race with the dramatic 2-1 win at Anfield thanks to Erling Haaland's penalty in stoppage time. But here's the question. Should it have been 3-1?
And what a sensational hit from that man again, Dominic Szoboszlai. Late drama at Anfield. It is Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1, but it's a penalty for the visitors. It's going to be Haaland, who is hardly in a rich vein of goal-scoring form, but he's put this one left-footed into the bottom right corner. It's going to go in anyway. It's Ryan Cherky with the goal. So he's sending off Dominic Szoboszlai and not giving a goal.
The drama is over. Manchester City have won. This was one of the best last 10 minutes we have seen all season.
Yeah, the 8 before that were, the last 10 were a bit nuts. Man City's first win at Anfield in front of fans since 2003. Wow, I didn't know that. Kept them 6 points behind Arsenal in the title race. For Liverpool, they're now 4 points behind Chelsea and 5 behind Manchester United. I shouldn't laugh, so unprofessional. However, it was an unbelievable end to the game. With Alisson up the pitch in the final moments, Cherky stroked home. But before the ball reached the net, Szoboszlai pulled Haaland back outside the box. The City striker returned the favour in the area. Haaland's foul meant technically the goal could not be given. However, the referee had to go back to the advantage played following Szoboszlai's foul on Haaland, which resulted in a red card. All very convoluted, all very bizarre. But, and here's a big but, going by the letter of the law in which we play football under at the moment, I don't agree with it, but it was the right decision. What do you make about the controversy at the end?
I almost feel like football lost yesterday, if I'm honest. I get it by the letter of the law. It's a foul in terms of the referee. Even though the referee made the wrong decision, VAR corrected him. But in terms of actual football and the game that we love, it's an awful decision. Awful decision. Because it's one of them where it's the last minute of the game. I bet if you both, first and foremost, if you let it play out, both teams would have rather City get the extra goal, Szoboszlai's not suspended. Both teams would have taken that. But it just felt like it ruined an unbelievable way. Now, I get it. Before I understand it for people come on here and referees brigade. They got it right. I get it. But it's a bad day for football because the ending was incredible. Haaland is clearly fouled by Szoboszlai, and gets himself in front, which is a foul. That's one. Then Haaland returns the favour by fouling Szoboszlai. That's two. So the ball goes in the net. So both, in my head, each foul counts himself out and the ball just goes in the net. I've got no issue with that. Now, from the referee's perspective, I understand they've got a game to run and the game can't be managed or refereed on instinct or common sense. I understand that. But in terms of the game that I love, that decision yesterday was awful, terrible.
I don't think it was because judging by... You're asking for common sense to be used. You can't use common sense. That's why we have rules. So you don't...
I get that. But sometimes referees don't even apply the rule.
I know, but I don't agree with the rules. But if that's a corner and Haaland pulls Szoboszlai down, right, and the goal goes in, you're going to get a free kick. I mean, it just so happened it was bizarre circumstances, but you either penalise Szoboszlai, right, for committing the first foul, or you penalise Haaland for stopping Szoboszlai, getting the ball and stopping a goal.
But that's my point. Both of them. If it had been,
but there's never been a cancel it out law.
I get that, but that there is one. I understand that, but that's one of those where obviously Szoboszlai's tried to foul Haaland to stop him, right, and it's worked. But then he's obviously been punished because Haaland's then grabbed him, right? So I almost feel like...
But you're laughing while you're...
because Szoboszlai's got what he deserves. So let me ask you a question though, Andy. If the goal had been given, right, what's the worst that happens?
No, but I agree with you. But this is what you're asking the ref to do. Just take a goal.
Yeah.
But that's never been a rule.
I understand that, but the amount of times, right...
he fouled him. It went in. Have a goal.
I understand
that's what you're asking.
Right.
And that's impossible for that to happen.
I get that. But even sometimes we've heard it, right? I'll go back to the Manchester derby where Dalot tries to cut off Doku at the knee.
Yeah.
right? And the ref goes, well, it's the first couple of minutes of the game, Manchester derby, context, there's not enough force, right? But then Romero was yesterday.
So I don't think the first bit is what he said.
No, mate, he said about...
He didn't say the first couple of minutes or the Mac Derby.
Right. Listen to me, right?
He just said that the force and the gravitational
Which is
pull.
crap, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but he didn't mention anything about how big the game was.
Look at Romero, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they both red cards, right?
Yeah.
But yet they come to completely different
Yes.
outcomes.
Yes.
Now that's subjective.
Yes, but a foul like that yesterday wasn't subjective.
Okay, but then I don't think the tackle from
I know, but
because he caught him on his kneecap. Where's subjective about that?
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying no one can argue. First question: did Szoboszlai foul Haaland?
Yes.
Right. You can't argue with that.
Okay, did Haaland foul?
Yes.
So okay, 1-1, cancel it out.
It's not 1-1.
But I know
if you allow one, if you don't allow one, which legally you can't legally allow the other.
I get it, but you know what it is, right?
You're asking for them to go. Don't worry.
No, not even so much that, right? Because I just think like both teams would have just taken the outcome. The goal's gone in. Szoboszlai's not suspended.
What rule is that? I'll write down the rule that you've just quoted.
Just common sense.
But there is no common.
I know
you
they
can't. No, that'd be awful if you allow common sense.
No, but I don't think it would because we would have, if it was applied right yesterday, the common sense rule, right? Which I know it's not a thing and they can't do it. So I'm saying that it can't happen, right? You get more people phoning up today or worldwide, not having a moan up. They'd go, do you know what? I quite like the way that ended.
No, you wouldn't because then you'd use common sense in other things.
So why is it uproar today?
Like the Diego Dallo challenge.
Yeah.
If a referee uses common sense and thought it was early on in the game, it was a Manchester derby.
It's a red card still, and he doesn't do it.
No, I know that, and he didn't do it, and he should have done it. But then, if you're opening the floodgates for opinion, I think then you've got a whole world of trouble.
My point is, Andy, you just said there about opinion.
Sorry, two fouls were committed.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't get what you're arguing about.
But you just said about opinion, right?
Yeah.
But the referee's opinion in the Dallo challenge, it wasn't a red.
You got that wrong.
Exactly.
You got yesterday right.
Again, by the letter of the law, I understand it is the correct decision. I just don't like it. That's all my.
Okay, that's different.
That's my issue. Is that I think about the game that I love, the game that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
That decision yesterday is terrible.
But VAR has been brought in to clear up clear and obvious mistakes. That was a mistake by the referee.
But VAR are now controlling games. The referee should be going right. Do you know what?
Already, you're saying now, but they have been since it came in.
And that's not what it was brought in for.
Okay, so in your world, what should have happened?
The goal goes in. And
no, not the goal goes in. So
if Haaland is fouled.
Slow it down. So the ball's been. Who kicked it?
Shirky kicks it.
Okay, he kicks it. Right.
And Haaland is fouled.
Okay.
Right.
So what should happen there?
Okay, the ref does the right thing. Play on. Right. So what happens.
Allow play.
Right.
Okay. What's the next thing?
Then Haaland fouls Szoboszlai.
What should happen then?
Then the ref goes, all right, well, he's obviously tried to foul him. It ain't worked this time. He's punished. Let the goal go in.
So the ref's gone, I've let one.
Well, he did, obviously. I'm explaining to you what his thought process was.
I know. And then the goals go in.
Yeah, and he's got a goal. Perfect.
But then the people in VAR have gone, by the letter of the law.
That can't happen. I would love the ref. I know it couldn't have happened again. I understand that. But I would love the ref to go, do you know what? Whatever you're upstairs, no, none of that. I think this is the right decision for all.
That's not going by the law.
I get it, but my point is, if it was as simple as we're talking about it, right, it wouldn't be so much uproar today. Do you know, if it was the correct...
It's only uproar because it looks stupid.
Not only because it looks stupid, because people are seeing the game that they love ruined, basically.
I think people have gone overboard with this.
I don't. Szoboszlai tried to act dirty and been punished for it. That's my opinion on it.
Well, he has been punished. He got red carded.
Yeah, but I get it. But my point is, it didn't have to be. The goal could have just gone in and everyone moves on.
But judging by the law, he has to go.
No, but I just don't like it. That's my big thing. I don't like it.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Corner for Man City.
Yep.
Right? Corner for Man City. Ball comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Haaland gets pulled down on the floor by Szoboszlai.
Yep.
Right? Like you can see it right there. He flicks someone's head and goes in the goal.
Yeah.
Are you giving a penalty or are you giving the goal?
Giving the goal.
Okay, but by the letter of the law, it's the foul first.
That's my point. It's stupid because if the ball goes in the net anyway, you punish someone in the box for a foul committed for a goal scoring offence. Haaland's about to score. That's not the case, but they've scored anyway. Allow the goal.
Okay, but you want the rules to be changed.
Well, I like just a little bit of. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Do you know what I'd like? A little bit of humanisation in it.
I don't even know if that's a word. I don't know if humanisation.
Like robot football.
But Benny, that's football.
Yeah, and I hate it.
I know, I hate it.
See, that's why Championship football right now, at the minute, which is why the Premier League's losing a lot of fans.
Don't open the door because Joe would find somehow a way of mentioning it.
Humanisation is a word.
Humanisation.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in another sentence for me.
I can't.
Humanisation is a word, is it? It's like Dictionary Corner over there. That's why Jack's in Dictionary Corner. Just
Gotcha.
No, because he's clever. He's clever. That's what I'm saying. He's clever. Just a quick word about Liverpool. How big a defeat is it to them?
Do you know, it's huge because it felt like a punch in the stomach. Because when they go 1-0 up, what was it, 70-something minute? I'm thinking, all right, here we go. I'm cheering. I jumped up. What a free kick, by the way. But for whatever reason, they just don't look like they can see it. And a great goal from Bernardo Silva. Last little touch from Haaland and a finish. But I just thought the turning point was Ekitike header. I mean, what a pass from Salah.
How's he missed that?
I mean, he's given it to Salah.
I thought he held on to the ball for too long.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought we should have given it to Wirtz at first.
Without doubt.
But the pass from Salah, that's Salah at his best, that outside of the boot, and he's got to score the header.
Or hit the target.
Yeah.
You've got to.
But no, for Liverpool, that's a big one a big one to lose up.
Okay. We'll take your calls on all things drama at Anfield. 03717 223344. Usually I go into break and explain what I'm after. But you know, you've heard Bent, you've heard me, you know. Give us a call, give us your views on the madness that we saw yesterday afternoon. 03717 223344.
Legendary retired referee Dermot Gallagher joins us here on the show. How are we, Dermot?
Hi, Majestic. Hi, Al.
Hi, Dermot. Listen, let's just get your thoughts off that straight off the bat. We don't want to ask you no questions. You're the ref. Tell us what you saw.
I have to say, I get what Alan says, and I think lots and lots of people will say, you know, give the goal. It keeps 11 against 11. It keeps everybody happy. But when you look at it, there's no doubt whatsoever Szoboszlai is fouled, and by Haaland fouling him, he will argue that stopped him clearing the ball off the line. But you go back, the only reason Szoboszlai gets that far back is because he actually hauls Haaland back. That's the first foul. So I don't think I think Craig has tried to play advantage because he thinks it'll be a goal.
Definitely, Dermot. He's played advantage, isn't he?
Yeah, he's played advantage, and bear in mind, Al, that he can always bring that back if it goes wrong. So
but if you go to the second part, right, where Haaland fouls him, right, but the ball's gone in the net. So why didn't he play advantage there as well?
Well, he can't play an advantage for foul on Szoboszlai, can he? Because if the ball's in the net, the game, it's terminated, isn't it? That moves over. But if you actually look, that ball's not in the net when he pulls Szoboszlai back. And the problem there, Al, is that
but don't you think he see that, Dermot? Don't you think he see the first incident, right? And he's played on. Yeah. He's seen the second incident. He must have seen it. It was fairly obvious. And he still give a goal. That was the on-field decision, wasn't it?
The on-field decision was goal. That's correct. So all I can presume is he hasn't picked up the foul on Szoboszlai.
No, I don't see that. I think what's happened is VAR or the official in the VAR room has picked up the second incident and said to him, you really need to go and look at that again, because more or less underlining it, saying this is.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. I'm taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Driver Talk Sport, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Who sings this? Are we human? Killers. Why are we playing this? Oh, humanisation. Benny's new made-up word.
No, that's true.
Still to come up, what?
Authentication.
Still to come, we'll be asking if West Ham could stay up in Bentley's tea time takeaway, or could Spurs go down?
Is that the takeaway? Is it?
Is that not what you put in? He makes it up, doesn't he? He does what he wants. Just quickly, Destiny Udogie set to be ruled out for another month with a hamstring injury. What's happening with Spurs and their medical team?
I don't know.
What's happening there? I don't think you can have 2 seasons where everyone is constantly injured and it's just bad luck.
No, I think sometimes it can, but maybe it's the training methods. You don't know.
Kulusevski as well. Where's that? Where is he at?
Good player, by the way.
I'm hearing rumours about him. Not him personally, about his injury.
What about what's the rumours?
No, about
and
his
who
injury.
told you? Yeah,
it's longer than we think.
And who told you that?
I was just a bloke down the pub, basically.
Oh, him?
No, it wasn't a bloke in the pub.
Sean. Oh.
But someone not connected to the club, but someone I've heard that he might be out for the rest of the season.
I'll find out for
Have you heard? Oh, yeah, of course. You've got that in. Yeah, but if you found out, would you be able to tell us?
I'd have to check with him first to make sure.
Okay, all right. Let's take a call, shall we, on all things madness at Liverpool. 03717223344 is the number. I need to put my glasses on. Is it Faisal? Is that how I pronounce your name? Faisal, is that right?
Faisal.
Faisal. I do apologise. Spelt fight differently here. Faisal, how are you?
That's fine. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. I'm very well, thank you for asking. You've obviously heard our little discussion on it, mine and Benty's. What's your take?
Well, firstly, happy birthday, bro. Benty.
Hold on, it was last week.
Yeah, but obviously I don't mind that. It was last week.
Bit late, mate.
No, but I couldn't get through, so, you know.
Send a DM. Little text. I'm only playing this.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Take it back. Take it back, and then next year when it's his birthday, phone up and try and give him one then.
Either way, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, retract it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Don't worry about Andy.
I'm not going to count it. Can you?
No, I'm counting. It's not yours.
No, I'm not. It's my show.
Benty, I never worry about him. Don't worry about that.
We don't. Accept that.
I accept it. Appreciate it.
We don't accept that.
Sure, we are.
All right. Permission denied.
Anyway, guys, listen. Yesterday, right, last night, even, I think the ref got it right. Because can you imagine if he gives the goal? Mr. Arne Slot was crying all the time anyway these days. Can you imagine him moaning about it? It would be non-stop. So it was the right decision to obviously send off and disallow the goal. It's law, isn't it? You have to follow the law, and I think the ref did the right thing.
Do you know what? I don't know if Arne Slot would have been moaning. Do you know why? Because I think he would have seen the Szoboszlai foul first, and I think he'd have worried about obviously what happened.
He's still crying about it now. He's still crying about it now.
So what's he moaning about?
He's saying the Gay should have been a red card, which I don't think it was because Diaz was covering him when Salah went through. He's moaning about that, and I think if they actually gave the goal, I think he would be crying about it. He's crying about everything but his tactics, and I think Man City deserved to win it yesterday because they were the only team that actually played football.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a
Go
question?
on.
Is that all right? Let me ask you a question about Liverpool in the league where they are at the moment. Hold on, let me just scroll down. Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on. Let me scroll down. Hold on, Man United. Hold on. Liverpool. I've got Liverpool. What's happened?
Listen, Andy, same old, innit? Ollie's at the wheel. Now this guy is at the wheel. You follow.
No.
Don't worry about that.
Ollie's.
No.
I said Liverpool.
But anyway.
Liverpool. What's happened?
Anyway, Liverpool. Okay, no, I've had enough with this guy. I don't know what the owners are thinking. Can you imagine? He had over 30 games to get these boys playing. He hasn't done it. What are you waiting for? We are level with points. What's their name? Brentford. Can you imagine? Brentford. Same points as Liverpool. He needs to get out. I know he listens to this show. He needs to get out. I've had enough.
Who's Slot?
Had enough.
You want Slot out?
Yes. Get him out.
Who do you want? Southgate.
Get Stevie in for now, right? No. Southgate.
Javi Alonso?
Stevie Gerrard?
No, not Alonso. Get Stevie in
Gerrard.
for now. End of the season. Go to Villa. Get Emery. You're sorted.
You want Stevie Gerrard to the end of the season?
Yes, and get Emery end of season. Go get Emery.
I think that will be. That was. Thank you for the birthday message as well. Appreciate it.
Bit late.
I do wonder about. I mean, I can't see Unai leaving, but I do think he's going to be on a few people's radar come end of the season. Depending on what happens with Villa as well. Come end of the season, he's going to be on a few people's radar.
Steve-O's a Man City fan. Steve-O.
How you doing, boys?
I'm great, man. How are you today?
Well, I could have been a lot better. Having a bit of a mare just now with that one. Tell you the honest truth, I looked at that team sheet yesterday and I thought, there's goals in there. And just that pairing with Semenyo, Marmoush, then you got Haaland up front, and you got Bernardo, who's just so tenacious, he just gets in there all the time, just winds people up. And I thought, there's going to be goals there. So I thought, right, okay, get yourself down to bookies, get a cheeky little 20 quid on, 3-1, Man City. I am jumping the height of the house, boys.
What odds was
I can assure you.
Was it?
It was 18-1. 380 quid coming back.
Can I just say for young children listening, that underlines why gambling can be dangerous. All right? Take note, kids.
Yes, it took 10 years off my life as well, seriously. But I get it, I understand it. So I sent a message to Big Erling last night. I said to him, Erling, any chance that you could have a look at this betting slip, pal? Because it's just done me for 380 quid. Considering that, had he not pulled your man back again, it probably would have paid out.
Can I have a wild stab in the dark and guess that he didn't reply to you?
Well, we'll just put it this way, Andy. Not yet.
No, yeah, okay. That's always. I think I'll double the money if he does. All right, if he comes back to you and says he'll pay.
What's mad about that situation?
What, that he had a bet?
No, is Szoboszlai that slow? Or is Haaland that fast? The way he motored past him, I thought, oh my goodness, he's rapid, isn't he, Haaland?
Yeah. And he's just big as well, right?
Big. I'm surprised.
You can get a smaller player like Ahmed, right?
Yeah.
He's fast as, but he's little. Haaland's got everything. He's got the stride. He's got everything.
I honestly thought he was going to shrug Szoboszlai off.
Yeah, me too.
One winner.
Shoulder barge.
Yeah.
Still to come, we'll be having some fun with the best of talkSPORT. And, of course, a reminder, 21 minutes to go. The podcast is out today.
Is that in...
the award-winning.
It's not award-winning.
Joe's, what's his name? Jack's clipped it.
No, what award you won?
Best podcast of the week.
But show me the award now. Where is it?
I'll get it out in a minute. First, it's time for No Googling. We've been talking about the red card and the controversy. We want to know which three players have had the most red cards in Premier League history. Sounds like an easy one to answer. Any idea?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. The answer to that, they had 8, by the way, if that helps. It doesn't. The answers to that and loads more coming up. Live and Drive on talkSPORT. In seconds. Stay where you are. Don't move. Stay. Good boy.
On BBC, you've got, I think it was Ellen White, Steph Horton, Nedum Noura. No offence to Nedum Noura, nothing against him. I don't know whether he played for England or not. But you're on the main panel for the final for England women. Let's go over to ITV. I'm in the stands with 105 caps. So you've got 2 women. Between us, we've got 290 caps, something ridiculous, right? You turn over to ITV, and it's Ian Wright, Emma Hayes, and Kaz Carney. So out of 6 spots on 2 of the main, you can't watch the game anywhere else. Out of 6 punditry spots, 2 have gone to men, yeah? Meanwhile, you've got 290, whatever it is, I got sitting in the stands.
Why are there 4 other women being in these positions? And as far as she's concerned, she's not one of them. I would suggest that she's not a very good broadcaster. That might be one of the reasons why. And if you want to learn, I mean, I've had Annie. I don't dislike her. I think she's quite an intelligent lady. I mean, she's qualified in law. She's nobody's fool. But some of the things that come out of her mouth are foolish. She came on this show about 2 years ago debating with me the idea that Manchester City concocted a transfer deal between sporting directors to try and get, I think it was Declan Rice, wasn't it? That Pep Guardiola was using his influence to be able to convince Arsenal to pay £100 million for Declan Rice, and it was concocted between the sporting directors. It was preposterous nonsense and had no real substance behind it, and it got some traction, and we had a debate about it. I've also listened to her in various podcasts, like the Heretics podcast, and if you want to learn anything about Emmy, then you can just listen to that particular podcast. Her main issue is...
Former Premier League ref Chris Foy has told talkSPORT VAR just did its job in disallowing Cherki's goal during City's win at Anfield.
It sounds boring, it sounds tedious, but they have a job to do.
Well, the review means Szoboszlai misses Liverpool's game at Sunderland live on talkSPORT on Wednesday night, and City's comeback has cut Arsenal's lead from 9 to 6 points. But Martin Keown reckons that's actually better for the Gunners, who keep getting accused of mental weakness.
If they go 9 points clear, then it's theirs to lose again. And we get all of that propaganda that is worked to try and keep this story alive.
Propaganda from who?
Well, that's what I would see it as if I was on the inside. I'm listening, I'm shutting out all the noise.
Elsewhere, we're hearing Sandro Tonali would be up for heading home to Italy. Juventus are keen, along with several Premier League clubs. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe has again insisted he's the right man to take Newcastle forward.
There's no doubt in my mind, and that's why I'm sat here, because, as I said, the club's the most important thing. So I'd never put myself before the club if I didn't think I was the correct man to take the team forward.
And Brendan McCullum's job will be safe if England make the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. That's according to former England coach David Lloyd. But they'll have to make some serious improvements to make the latter stages. McCullum's boys only scraped past Nepal by 4 runs yesterday.
Going on with the music, Jack. And it's your first day back, you should be going bang, you should be getting some absolute...
At least asking us what we fancy.
Yeah, or Bentley, he's in charge of the jukebox round here. What is it? Listen to this, Jack. This is terrible, isn't it, D? No, you're right. I'll take that.
I mean, I don't know he remixed it up, though. He mixed it up.
Yeah. Well done. Even Jack's nodding away to it, suggesting It's now a decent tune. Before the break, I asked the question, which 3 players have the most red cards in Premier League history?
Roy
No.
Vieira?
1.
Gerrard?
No.
Richard Dunn?
Richard Dunn is the other one. The other one is sort of, of course. Everton. He's got
Duncan Ferguson.
He's got them big in his, the title big in his name. Still come and have some fun with the best bits of talkSPORT. But now, let's turn our attention to the rest of the talking points from the Premier League.
How you doing? It's Darren Bent. Takeaway. Can I take your order, please?
Get my hands, marinate all up in the thing. I like my medium well. Ginger beer, oil over it. Get my brush thing, get the oil over it. It better be Heinz. If it's not Heinz, honestly, I'll lose it.
I'm Darren Bent, and this is my tea time takeaway.
We need to put in the diary date of the jerk off.
Yeah, we keep saying that, don't we?
Well, international break's coming up. We have to do that.
Wait, we are definitely doing that next international break. The jerk
it's like
off.
March, I think. Get your
Hey,
man.
don't be trying to go to your place on High Street and get the chicken.
No, I will be making it, but I can get advice from him.
And get advice, but don't be trying to switch it.
No, you'll know it's his or mine, right? You're a bit nervous.
Just cheat.
You can't cheat with yours. You got to make yours.
Yeah, of course will.
You're such a liar.
No, I will.
You're going to get your mum to do it.
No, no. I'll do it myself.
You are such a D. If I find out you've cheated.
I promise you, I'll do it myself.
Swear your kid's life, you'll do it
I'll
yourself.
swear my kid's life.
Okay, fine.
So on yours.
Let's do this.
Yeah, honestly.
Right, it's Darren Bent's Tea Time Takeaway, where every week 100 Club member Darren Bent serves up his 5 key takeaways from the weekend's action. So, Benty, you got to ad-lib this bit. What are we talking about today?
Been a good weekend, full of action. But one of the
too generic that was.
Nah, one of the stories.
Good weekend, full of action.
Yeah, full of action.
Okay.
But one story that I thought, do you know what?
Yeah.
It was, can West Ham stay up?
Great question. Let's hear from the West Ham gaffer, Nuno Espirito Santo, as his West Ham side continued their mini revival, beating Burnley 2-0 to move 3 points behind Forest in the table.
We have to go day by day. It doesn't change. It was important to react from the game against Chelsea. We played good. We didn't come out with the result, but the game was good in terms of what we did. Not so good in the second half, but that is the past. But definitely the reaction of the boys is what pleases me the most.
3 wins in 4 for West Ham. It's quite incredible. Like a month ago, it's like, get him out, get rid of him. All of a sudden, give a manager a bit of time. What a surprise.
But that's the thing. I think since that Nottingham Forest game, which was horrible, they went 1-0 up and then they end up getting beat 2-1. It looked like that was it. Like, remember, I think it was raining that night. There was pictures of Nuno, and it just looked like the stadium half empty. It just looked like that was the end. And since then, they beat QPR. I know it's in the FA Cup, but gives you a little confidence. But you beat Spurs in the manner you do. You beat Sunderland. Even the Chelsea result where you get beat, you in the game, you play really well, so you take confidence from that, and then you go and beat Burnley. I think the more they keep going, they keep playing like this. Somerville's like in the form of his life right now.
5 goals in 5 games.
Yeah, I genuinely think now they've got a chance of staying up. I really do. I know they're still relying on other people's results, but 3 points now behind Forest. I mean, there's no reason why they can't go on and start.
If you were to bet right now who's going down, the third team, we know the other.
Well, I'm betting right now. I bet West Ham because they're in it. Okay. But I think the next fixture, West Ham's next fixture,
tomorrow.
Oh my, it's massive. Now I'm not saying
and it's at West Ham.
I'm not saying Man United will win or lose, but I can see there being a point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see it drawing that.
I can see it drawing that. But no, Nuno's done a great job, and they're giving themselves the chance because I thought they were going to go out with a whimper, and I thought after that Forest game, but no.
Where do you want to go next? Talking of Manchester United.
Andy, that game against Manchester United.
Yeah.
All these mistakes. Someone, stay off social media if you're not going to put in this type of performance. Romero needs to leave.
So what's the connection between that social media?
Social media, him yapping of his gums,
yeah,
flapping his gums about the owners and that.
Yeah. Let's hear from Thomas Frank on his captain and whether he's a liability.
I think he's a leader. I said it before. He's a young leader, so he's learning every day. I used the example. I remember when I was 30 years old, I thought I was on top of the world. I was nowhere near the level I am today in terms of leadership and understanding things. And then when you have a player that is playing with so much passion and aggressivity, then sometimes things like that can happen. That's not said that he shouldn't learn from it. Of course, he needs to learn from it.
Here's my question. He's learning every day.
Yeah.
When's he going to learn?
100%. I mean, that tackle there is just... And especially after you come out and you criticise the board or whoever you're subliminally criticising, and then you come out and you're supposed to be the Spurs captain, and then you go and do that. Get yourself sent off. I mean...
I think he's
I've got no sympathy for him whatsoever.
I think he's possibly Tottenham's worst ever captain. in terms of leadership and leading by example, which he's not. He's got the most red cards, right, since he's been there.
Because I've had Son, good captain.
Kane.
But different way, obviously Kane.
Hugo Lloris.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a list of Tottenham's captains, but I think he's possibly the worst.
Ledley King, great captain.
Yeah. One of the worst captains we've seen in the Premier League. Yeah, we just heard Thomas Frank saying he's going to learn. No.
He's 27.
With the captaincy comes
responsibility.
A hell of a lot of responsibility. And you got a big game. And let me tell you, for the first, I can't remember what minute he was sent off, about 20, something like that, right? For the first 20 minutes, it was nip and tuck.
Yeah.
Right? It was us, it was them. They had chances, we had chances. Obviously, it changed the game.
29th minute.
Okay. It ruined the game. He effectively cost Tottenham any points from that game. It was his fault.
Honestly, that stupid challenge. But as I said, you're going to come out and criticise the board and criticise whoever you want to criticise. You've got to put a level of performance in, and you haven't. And you've got yourself sent off again. And at the end of the season, I'm looking at that from a Tottenham perspective and going, like, they can find better. I don't care what.
What do you rate of the partnership, them two?
I don't think it's as good as people make it out to be.
Van de Ven and him, right?
I mean, I don't think it's as good. Some people try to say that what the best pairing in Europe. Like, not a chance. Not a top 10.
Do you rate Van de Ven as a defender?
I think he's okay. Again, I'm not putting him in the same bracket some people put him in.
Some people say he's like one of the best in Europe.
Well, no way. Like, because, and I get it. They'll go, yeah, but look at his recovery pace. That's all I ever hear. Like, in terms of his one-to-one defending, not good enough. There's loads of defenders better. But the one thing people say about Van de Ven is that he's fast. Like, okay, like some of the best defenders who I played against are not quick, but always find themselves in the right position. He's sprinting because he's always in the wrong position. Like, listen, his highlight reel would be unbelievable in terms of him getting the ball and just running forward with it, but and his recovery runs. But in terms of actual defending, I don't put him in the same bracket that some people put him in.
Where do you want to go next? DB?
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Boy, the genius.
Yeah, Palmer, he's back.
Yeah, and he spoke to talkSPORT after the game. talkSPORT's Adam Bridge and discussed his desire about being in the England squad.
Yeah, obviously the target is to go to the World Cup, but I don't just want to go to the World Cup to be a part player. I want to go to the World Cup and help my nation win the World Cup. In my world, so hopefully I get over this. And yeah, everyone's loving it under the new boss. Give everyone confidence, you know. So yeah, it's really enjoyable.
I mean, okay, I'll say nothing negative about Cole Palmer. I think he's a genius. He has to go to the World Cup.
Two pens.
He has to start. 2 pens though in a happy day. He's going to score from the spot. But I mean, again, doing the business for Chelsea. For my money, not only does he go, him, Rice, and Bellingham when everyone's fit. Bellingham is a 10. I think.
Does Palmer play then? Bellingham's the 8.
Sorry, Bellingham's the 8. Palmer's the 10. I just don't think it gets better than that.
It's nice, and he just. That's his goals, and I know it's 2 pens, but we've seen. Listen, Harry Kane took 2 in a game, missed 1, so he's got that composure. But I just think when he's on top form, even this season now in the league, in all comps, should I say, right? Like, he's played 23 games, he's got 11 goals. Like, I know it's not
been injured for it.
He's been injured, so that's not like, as a striker, I'd be like, oh, almost.
I see
1 and 2, I'd be like, oh, not bad. But 4 assists as well. He's just got that class, hasn't he? And I think Chelsea, when he's fully fit, Chelsea are a completely different team.
I said I can't remember how many years ago. His last season wasn't his first season, was it? Or
No,
was it?
no, his first season he got 25 goals, 15 assists.
Then I said he was a genius, and you weren't having it.
Yeah.
And obviously I was stand by that. Where's your view on
Still a very, very good player.
Genius, yeah?
No, genius is... You hand that genius too easy.
Well, I've got...
Like, Ronaldinho's a genius. Is he that?
I've given... I don't... Who else have I called a genius?
You call everyone a genius.
Go on, who?
Ahmad, genius.
I've never...
Yeah, see, look.
I've never said
Yeah,
that.
Ahmed, genius.
Who said that? Who agreed?
Yeah.
It was your last day.
Ahmed.
I've never said Ahmed's a genius, you mad man.
Bruno, genius.
Yeah, Bruno, genius, yeah. I'll go along with that.
Yeah, but you also said you swap Palmer for him.
Again, you misquote me. I said for longevity for the next 10 years, yeah. I wouldn't do it now.
Not right now?
No way. Did you see the record? We'll talk about Bruno later. You see the record he broke?
What was it?
Like 200 goals and assists before anyone quicker than Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, anyone.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Genius.
Yes, okay, but I think genius...
Are you taking the mickey?
No, I think...
You are taking the mickey?
No, I think genius sometimes is thrown out a bit. Like, he's an unbelievable player, and I just see the consistency. When I see the consistency, then yeah. But he can do special things. That is fact.
Yeah.
Like, he can do things other people can't.
Yeah.
That's a sign of a genius, I think. But he's not there yet.
Sorry.
He's not...
Let me just quote you now. He can do things other people can't. That's a sign of a genius.
Hold
on, wait. But he's not a genius.
Yeah, but I said consistency. He's not there yet.
Can he do things other people can't?
Yeah, but one a season. I need more than that.
He's not one a season.
No, listen, he's unbelievable. But genius, I reserve for like...
All right.
Come on. Is he a genius?
3-year season wonder.
Yeah, Ballon d'Or in that. And a World Cup. and the Champions League.
Mate,
Throw that in there as well.
Your heroes are all overrated. Bruce Lee, great actor.
Overrated? Okay. Michael Jordan, overrated, is he?
What? In what?
Thierry Henry overrated?
By you, yeah.
No, he's not. Thierry Henry's overrated. Quote him.
You think Thierry Henry, hands down, is the greatest player
Yes,
in the Premier
I
League?
do.
I don't think it's as simple as that.
Okay, but is he overrated?
By you.
No, but do you think he's overrated?
By you. Not by other people, because I don't know other people's views, but by you, yes.
No, he's not. You're crazy. He's unbelievable.
Do you think Ronaldinho is better than R9?
No.
Cristiano?
No, longevity. If you're talking about for entertainment value and natural,
I'm not going to the theatre.
natural ability, he's better than most.
Yeah, but then you could put, what's his name in there? Adel Chirap for natural ability.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near any.
No, because he didn't win a World Cup, a Ballon d'Or, and a Champions League
I know, but
in the space of 3 years.
I know, but I wouldn't put natural ability in a conversation.
Ronaldinho's genius, mate.
3 years.
Genius. One of the greatest players of all time.
Did he underachieve?
It's Brazilian way, innit? Play a couple of years.
Did he? What's the answer to the question?
No, because he won the biggest prize there is to win.
Should he have won more?
What's the 2 biggest prizes in football? At club level and
Should he have won more?
No, sorry. Quickly, 1 second. I know we've got to go to a break. I need your answers. Don't be funny.
Yeah.
Be serious.
Jack, get ready.
No.
When I go to a break, Jack, ready?
What are the biggest thing you can win? What is the biggest thing you can win?
There's so many twists and turns in this. When you've been on this road, right? Now, look, there are certain people who were at that game yesterday, former Manchester United players who've won this thing many, many times. I've won it as well. And you have to shut out the noise. It's about what you do, not what the opposition do. And of course, it would have been handy if it had gone 9 points clear. But the fact that it didn't happen, Arsenal are not derailed by that. Arsenal, I actually saw a lot from Arsenal at the weekend that makes me think, actually, do you know what? They could go the distance. But this is the life. When you're trying to lead, when you're trying to be a prospective champion, Jim, there are twists and turns. You stay calm and you stay confident and you go to the next game. Arsenal play Brentford now. Now, for those people, the neutrals that were, I mean, by the way, Sunderland gave everything at the weekend. So nobody was like, it wasn't an easy gimme for Arsenal. Brentford now is another very difficult game for Arsenal.
Of course,
as it would have been if they would have been 9 points
They're
clear.
all difficult games. We know that. Psychologically, might this be bigger for Manchester City, though, Simon, than it is for Arsenal?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with Arsenal. Arsenal don't need to worry about what Man City are doing. The only time Arsenal need to worry about what Man City is doing is when they're playing them. Arsenal are in control of their own destiny.
You don't think Arsenal players watched that game yesterday at Anfield?
They might do.
Of course they did.
But again, you're asking me what I think, not what they think. What I think is that Arsenal's only concern is what they do. They can't control what Man City do. If Man City go and beat teams 10-0 or lose 10-0, it's got nothing to do with Arsenal. If Arsenal win the games, Man City have got to get 3 better results out of the next 15 games. So 25 to 20% of the games, Man City have got to get better outcomes than Arsenal. And nothing about Arsenal's current form. And in fact, when they went up to Leeds and bashed the Leeds side that most people are struggling with in recent times, it gives you an indication that Arsenal are in very good form. Man City are not a Premier League winning side. How many of those players in that side have actually won the Premier League?
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals and taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Yeah, it's just the driver and talk to myself, Darren Bent and Andy Goldstein. Following us from 7.
Yeah, go on. The GOAT that is Adrian Durham. He's following us at 7. Darren Lewis and Danny Murphy will in the studio.
Has Darren Lewis been in touch with obviously Liverpool?
So I texted him yesterday with loads and loads of laughing gifs. And he comes back going about Man United. Like, you've been in the doldrums. And I'm like, no. We're above you and you just lost. Take it. Take it like a man. Just quickly, reports are saying that Brighton have accepted a bid from Forest for Lewis Dunk, but the captain rejected the move.
Oh, right. Yeah, but with Donkey, he's been...
Donkey?
Yeah, I spent a bit of time with him. I was at Brighton, wasn't I? So I've known him for a long time. He's Brighton through and through, because there was a time where he was getting linked to like Chelsea and that. Yeah. And he, Brighton. Fair play to him, though. Great servant, by the way.
Time now for this. Yeah, some of the best talkSPORT friends where we run you through some of the recent moments.
Donkey.
Kick things off with live football. The GOAT Adrian Durham took you around the grounds on Saturday. Have a listen to this crazy incident at the MKM. I can't even see. MKM, is that?
Put your glasses on.
What on earth is going on at the MKM Stadium in Hull? Mark Wilson.
We've just seen a squirrel run all the way from inside the Bristol City half, right down the touchline, along the byline, and it went in the goal as well. Biggest cheer of the day so far. He has eventually been caught, having been chased around the pitch by some poor member of the ground staff. So the drama finally is over. Should be called Squirrel Regis.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
He's probably looking after his nuts, wasn't he, I imagine? Did anything like that ever happen to you when you were playing, like a dog come on the field or a chicken? Or anything?
No, never.
Nothing at all?
No. I mean, it's not common, so a beach ball, that was it.
Yeah, okay. If you were trying to catch a squirrel, good question. How would you do it? I think it's impossible for a man to pick up a squirrel.
No, I get a cardboard box, big cardboard box, lay it on its side with the traps open, put some nuts in.
What trap?
No, just put the flaps open.
Oh, yeah.
Put some nuts in the box, let the thing go in, then turn it upside down.
That's a good idea, yeah.
I'd like to do that, but
if
yeah.
someone dropped you in the middle of a jungle, how could you survive with nothing but your bare hands? Or how long?
How long could I survive? No, oh, my goodness. I'd be so petrified in the middle of the jungle of snakes, spiders, that probably not very long.
Yeah.
I'd have to keep moving. Because...
Stay till we die.
No, if I want to, I'd pick up the branches and make a nice tent out of it or something.
The GOAT Adrian Durham will bring you more live football tomorrow night as West Ham take on Man United, whilst talkSPORT Network will bring you no fewer than 4 live Premier League commentaries.
Over to this afternoon's Hawksby and Jacobs. Here's how Andy spent the first half of Liverpool versus City.
I started plucking my ear hairs. And
thanks for sharing.
I know. 33 I plucked out in the first half.
Ah!
I photographed them and did a little map.
Can you not sort of shave them off? Do you have to pluck them? That sounds...
they're better if you pluck them.
33?
I know, it's tremendous. You wouldn't believe it, would you?
On the inside of your ear?
No, on the top and the side. Yeah, definitely. No, I know.
I mean, sometimes I really wish you didn't tell me stuff.
Do you pluck any of your body hair?
I used to be a pheasant plucker. Years and years ago.
Yeah? Okay, nice. What's something you do when you're bored? You search trainers, didn't you?
What? Can I say? Oh, okay. What do I do when I'm bored?
Search trainers.
I'm never bored. I'm always doing something.
I know, because you're always pestering me. Bentley, what do you think it is?
Trainers is horrifically high. I'll spend an hour or two sat with an iPad searching and looking. YouTube, people going, hey, I got the new trainer. Come out and just look at it.
So you'd like my channel, you know? You'd have loved it.
Yeah.
Not the boot room, but the direct TV.
I know. You've got me well into trainers, man.
Why do you think H&J have been given a new backdrop, but we haven't?
Because they're working on ours. They had problems with the H&J backdrop. I don't know if you hear about this. It's true. Originally, it was just an old people's home. It looked really, really lifelike, but they weren't happy with it.
So, Paul and Andy will be back at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And for the best bits of the show, make sure you check out the H&J. This is a proper podcast, by the way. H&J Daily, wherever you get your podcast from. The only podcast that matters, H&J.
Well, downloads suggest differently, Darren Bent. Here's a clip from today's brand new out on a Monday and Thursday.
Can't wait for this.
Let me read it.
Yes.
21 minutes to go, the brand new podcast. Here's how the fun boy Jason Cunny would improve. This is very funny.
I think we're going to lose that little finger, mate.
Why?
Because, I mean, you think about it.
I think that's the most important one.
Well, what are you doing with it? Filthy pig.
Like, if you pick something up...
Hello. Okay.
Oh, I don't need it.
No, you don't need it. Right?
Yeah, but I don't need that finger either.
No, go and try and do something else with it. See, you can get a good grip. Let me tell you now, the little fingers go in and the little toe.
It's a very good point.
I mean, that's unbelievable. Little finger and toe.
It might happen.
What am I supposed to do?
This is a great question Jack's come up with. Rank your 4 fingers and thumb from most important to least. Great question. They've all got names, so people listen on the radio.
Most important one's the middle finger.
Okay, rank them. Why? You got to tell me why.
It's 1, because I feel like I could do more of that. I think second one.
Hold on, that one. What are you doing with that one?
Yeah, so
that's called something.
I called it middle finger.
He's called the middle
It's
finger.
important because you can swear at people as well and use it as a term.
Yeah.
Second, I'd probably go the pointing finger, index.
Index finger, yeah.
Point you.
Yeah.
Third finger, third finger's last, I think. That one.
Third finger's.
Yeah.
So if you're looking on your left hand, it will be your wedding finger.
Yeah, but I'm looking at my right hand.
Yeah.
And then thumb's next, pinky and last.
No, thumb is. Let me tell you now. Factually, thumb's the most important one. Without that, you're not.
Oh yeah, because you can't pick anything up.
Yeah.
Oh, let me show you something. Yes, you are.
Yeah, you can't hold a pen. I mean, it's life. Okay, life's more difficult without a thumb.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I mean, you can get through life without.
That one there's
What? What one?
I like the middle finger. It's the best one, I think.
You like the middle finger? Okay. Both hands or just that one? Benny.
It's your questions, bro.
All right. Okay. Both hands or the. What's one thing you do to improve the human body? What'd you do?
Joe's not going to dump it, is he?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Make it bulletproof. That's all right, innit? So then everyone's fine. So no one... Hard. Strong.
Oh, so like everyone's got a suit of armour?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So nothing happens. Nothing bad happens to the human body. There you go, get a Liverpool for that.
All right. There must be a you love your superheroes. There must be one who's like that.
Well, there's loads.
All right, I was right. You can download 21 Minutes to Go.
Or H&J. Good podcast.
Don't bother with that one. Wherever you get your podcast from. This week, everyone that downloads it gets a free 4-month cruise around the world just by downloading it.
Yeah.
I have to point out that's not actually true, but you should get it. Can I just say, all jokes aside, on the tweets 21 Minutes to Go, the end story, Jay and Ori, as we call it, I think is the best one we've ever done. Very funny. Jay, you've heard it, right? Yeah. Make you laugh out loud. Thanks, Jay.
Love that. Just make sure to check out the H&J one.
21 Minutes to Go.
H&J, I'd probably say.
21 Minutes to Go.
H&J, yeah.
21 minutes to go. Of course, you can find all our other shows on TalkSport.
H&J.
Swipe between TalkSport and TalkSport. 21 minutes to go.
H&J.
Turn his mic off. 21 minutes to go. Loads of Spurs fans want to talk about Spurs. When we come back, here's the question, Spurs fans. Can Spurs go down this season? Can Spurs go down this season?
03717 22 3344. H&J.
If we look at the bottom of the table, we're looking at one spot. Do you believe that everybody up to and including Tottenham are in it?
Oh, without doubt. Absolutely. I would even take a step further and say Brighton and Palace will be all right, but I think they need a couple of victories, and the sooner they get them, the better. I thought that was a big result for Palace.
Yeah, Darren, who's a Palace fan, has texted this, and morning, gents. As a Palace fan, I got to say, I really don't think we're in this anymore. Sarr's come back from the Cup of Nations. Muniz has come back from injury.
Yes.
We signed a couple of quality players. Darren, I agree with you. I think Palace are safe-ish now.
Aye, that's where I am. Exactly, and that's the word I would use for those two, Brighton and Palace. As I say, brilliant result for Palace at the weekend. Really important. 3 points. Tottenham
you would say Tottenham 6 points clear of West Ham. On the face of it, that's a nice cushion. But 4 games ago, they were 13 points clear of West Ham.
Mate, I'm watching that game, and I think the skipper should hang his head in shame, by the way, for his red card. I really do. And I can't believe, I just can't believe it's split. I mean, obviously decisions, it's all about opinions. I get all that, Jeff. The one thing I would say, every ex-professional football player that I have spoken to say it's a red card, because he knows what he's doing, Jeff.
Oh yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing. And nobody that's played a game at any level, anybody who watches the game, knows that he does not need to follow through. Right? He's got to go in for the tackle, he's got to attempt to win the ball, which he does, and then he just follows through and has a piece of the player.
Martin Keown is looking at the positives for Arsenal despite Man City clawing back some momentum in the title race.
Man City may look at this and say, well, do you know what, that was a definitive moment for us where we turn things around. It keeps the Premier League alive for the neutral, but it was always alive, Jim. And actually, I think 6 points instead of 9 is healthier.
Well, the Gunners' Invincible says being 6 ahead means people will stop saying the title is Arsenal's to lose. Meanwhile, the PGMOL and former refs are all backing the decision to chalk off City's third goal at Anfield. But shock, Neil Warnock disagrees.
I remember Bill Shankly saying they know the laws, but they don't know the game.
Yeah.
And nothing has changed in all them years. They know the rules, they know it inside out, they know what should be happening, they know this, but they haven't got any idea about common sense.
Now, with doubts over Christian Romero's captaincy credentials, Simon Jordan says his red card over the weekend makes the Spurs manager look weak.
If Thomas Frank were working for me, I would be asking him why he doesn't have control over his player. Why his player seems to believe on 2 or 3 occasions now he's able to say what he wants about what he wants when he wants.
Well, Frank admits his skipper needs to learn from his mistakes. Spurs host Newcastle live on talkSPORT 2 tomorrow night. And Eddie Howe says he'd resign if he didn't feel he was the right man to turn around the Magpies' poor form in recent weeks. Howe's also told us his harshest critic is himself.
The pressure that individuals or other people can put on you, it's irrelevant, really. I have to live with my own thoughts of myself and what I'm delivering, and that's very honest to say that after the game that I need to do better, and I will do better. It's part of the evolution, it's part of growing.
Brendan McCullum's job will be safe if England make the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. That's according to former England coach David Lloyd. But they'll have to make some serious improvements to make the latter stages. And freestyle skier Kirsty Muir narrowly missed out on Team GB's first medal of the Winter Olympics, finishing 4th in the women's slopestyle. She scored 76.05 points with a brilliant third run, only 0.41 points off bronze.
Well, Matt, to last hour drive and talk sport, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent.
So, first official Darren Bent's boot room.
Someone just told me outside in the office, I have it on good authority, that you sometimes at home or at the office look in the mirror and practice your Jokeres pose. Do you do that? Is that true? They've caught you in the bathroom over there doing the Jokeres pose in the mirrr.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, who told you that?
I can't. I'm not.
When I watch him in the toilet as well. Weirdo.
But they've come in and. Why are you protesting?
No, I don't practice the Jokeres. 2 good goals, though.
I've heard that's what you do. You look in the mirror in the toilet. You do that.
Do the lift too.
See, now you're taking the mickey like it's a real thing.
I didn't lift.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah, of course I've done. I'll do it here for you.
Yeah. No, but I know, but you practice it when I was looking.
No, I don't practice it, do I? I mean, how do you practice that? It's just...
Oh, you seem to be very good at it for someone that's just done it for the first time. Still to come and bring you Bentley's EFL Corner. But it's time to talk about Spurs. No winning 7 in the league, 15th in the table, only 6 points clear of the drop. Spurs fans, Are you actually worried, hand on heart, about the potential thought and threat this season of relegation?
Tottenham are on their worst run of the season, and that takes some doing.
We are terrible. Desperation time. Desperation measures.
We've finished 17th for a reason.
Big win for Spurs at the top of the table in the Championship, beating Birmingham City 3-0.
Spurs are back.
Lincoln City 4, Spurs 1. Spurs once again torn apart at the back as they suffer their 5th Championship loss in a row.
Thomas, we're in March and Spurs are now 19th in the Championship. Did you ever imagine your season going this badly?
Nope.
Could happen. Spurs face Newcastle tomorrow before North London derby. Oh my goodness. That's on the 22nd of Feb. After that, they travel to Fulham before facing Palace at home. Oh, wow. Spurs have been in terrible form. Thomas Frank was asked about being in a relegation scrap.
There's no doubt we're desperate to win games. Desperate. And I'm focusing on Newcastle tomorrow. That's a great opportunity ahead of us against a good team. That's the main thing. That is, can we go out there and get 3 points tomorrow? That will be very good, and then climb from there and look forward. That's what we need to do, and that's the main focus.
I've got Spurs' results here in the league in January and Feb. Listen to this. Brentford away, 0-0. Sunderland at home, 1-1. Bournemouth away, 3-2. West Ham at home, lost 1-2. Burnley away, 2-2. Man City at home, 2-2. Man United away, lost 2-0.
Not great, is it?
This has been asked many a time. I'll ask you, can you ever be too big to go down?
No, I mean, West Ham's probably the obvious one when they went down.
Are they the biggest team to ever go down?
Probably the best team I can remember.
Newcastle?
Yeah, they were decent, but I remember, was it Joe Cole was there, Defoe was there. They had a Carrick had a really good team when that West Ham team went down. And was the Canio there as well?
I don't know.
We have to check it, but
he was. Producer Joe's giving one of those nods where if you're in a pub quiz and someone gives you that, you write it down, and then afterwards he gets it wrong and he goes, I wasn't sure.
Well, Joe, I don't listen. I still don't think they'll go down right now. I think there's enough quality. I know they are in free for all, but I look at last season in free for all, right? Free fall, yeah.
Okay.
That's what
he
I said.
was there. Joe just told me DeCanio was there.
Right,
I mean, that's insane.
Right, really good team. Last season, they finished 17th, right? But the reason why there was no real jeopardy of them going down was the 3 teams that went down. Leicester finished 18th, 25 points. Spurs 17th, 38 points. A 13-point gap. There was never no, like, oh, well, we might go down, because you just knew the 3 teams at the bottom were going to go down. We're going to go. This season now, listen, Wolves I think are done. Yeah. Wolves have gone, right, which I know obviously pains you, right? But when you look at what's going on, I think Burnley are done as well. Yeah. So I think they're gone. West Ham are fighting like crazy. So they're on 23. Forest, I think under Sean Dyche, they can win some games. Plus they've got good players. They could go. Then you've got Leeds on 29. And people are saying that Leeds are in a relegation fight. Well, Spurs have got the same amount of points as Leeds. So they have to be involved in a relegation.
The next 2 games are Newcastle and Arsenal.
Yeah. I mean, God forbid they don't get something against Arsenal.
They won't. Where's that at? Your game?
No, theirs.
Yeah, I don't think you will. Sorry, I don't think they will.
No, but I think...
I genuinely think they're in it. Because I think
mathematically they are in it.
Of course they are, but I think we'll draw with West Ham.
Mm-hmm. You don't think you'll win? You sound like they're 4-0.
I never said that. I think we'll draw against West Ham. Obviously, I'd love a win, but I think probably because they're starting to play decent, they get results. Sunville looks good. And I think Newcastle, after their result of the weekend, losing to Brentford, I think Newcastle have to win. I know Spurs lost at the weekend, but with Spurs, right, it's difficult because they've got a new manager and they've got the same problems they had with the last manager, and that problem is injuries.
Yeah,
right. They have. You could. I know people go, but they've had injuries. They've had They've literally got 5 or 6 first teamers out.
Well, to be fair, at the weekend, this is who they had out, right? Jed Spence, Ben Davis, Kevin Danso, Pedro Porro, Kulusevski, Maddison, Burkval, Bentancur, Kudus, Richarlison.
Now, a lot of those are starters.
And a lot, even if they're not starters, there's quality to bring off the bench.
Yeah. Now, if any team, if Man City, if Arsenal, if you have that, even with your depth of your squad, if you have that many key players out, you will struggle. You won't be 15th or 16th.
No, but you'll
struggle.
Of course, it's going to be a struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
And Tottenham, when everyone's fit, Tottenham aren't a team that's going to win the Premier League.
No.
They're probably, at best, top 6 when everyone's fit. if you take key players out, they're going to drop like a stone.
Yeah.
And that's the problem they've got. They've got a new manager who's looking to find his feet. I just think if injuries continue, which they have, the captain's going to be missing now for a bit. I just think, I honestly think they've got a chance of going down.
I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my brain can't foresee Spurs going down because of the size of the club, the players they've had that play for the club. In my head, I just can't. They've got internationals, man. I'll rephrase that. They've got World Cup winners in their team, right? I'm looking at their squad and just thinking, full of internationals. They've got World Cup winners in there. A lot of players were there that won the trophy last season. I just don't see how they go down.
I do think it was a huge mistake. If they go down, I think the board will take as much, if not more, of the blame for not buying in January. I mean, I know they brought Conor Gallagher in, but they got rid of Brennan Johnson, didn't replace him.
No, but
when he left, they had so many players missing. It's unbelievable, the Spurs board. And when the new owners came in, or Daniel Levy went, I was told, or we were all told about this £100 million war chest. We're going to bring players in. Nothing.
Well,
Nothing. The Spurs have always been run like that. They are one of the worst run clubs in the Premier League.
Well, it depends what you look at the worst run, because in terms of financial profitability, they're not.
They're not. Okay.
They're one of the best.
With regards to ambition,
yeah.
I would say for the size of the club and the ambition that should go with it, they are possibly the worst.
Well, my only thing with this, and I have the discussion all the time, and we always sit and talk about it, right? In terms of recruitment, like Brendan Johnson did well last season, but Spurs fans just weren't having him. He weren't their cup of tea. That's fair enough, right? But what player are they trying to attract that's going to go to Spurs over some of the other clubs? So like Ekatike is up for
Eze, right? For argument's sake, Eze.
Yeah,
he's sitting on the bench.
I get it, but Spurs tried to get him, but he wants to go to Arsenal. That's players' personal preference.
I know, but you need someone to sell him the club better.
No, but apparently they did. But he was an Arsenal fan. He was always, if Arsenal had offered, I don't know what he's on. Say Spurs had offered 120.
Yeah.
And Arsenal offered 90, he was going to Arsenal, regardless.
Okay. There are players out there. I'll bring a list out. Producer Joe will put a list together for me when we come out at the break.
Yeah.
And there'll be players that have moved in the last...
okay, sorry to interrupt.
There are players that Spurs can attract.
Bruno Fernandes.
Right.
Had the chance to go to Spurs.
Yeah.
Went to United.
Yeah, I know you're going back some time, I know.
So all the top players who they've had a chance to, or they've been in for, have opted to go elsewhere.
There will be players they could have attracted in January.
That make them better.
Yeah, Conor Gallagher won, right?
They've got him.
I know, but they should have got 2 or 3 Conor Gallaghers in.
Yeah, but how? It's where do you get these players from?
Well, if they go down, I'm saying it's the board's fault for not investing.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
They haven't invested, right?
I just think the level of player is what level of player do they think they're going to get?
It's not what level. It's just getting decent.
Should just get bodies in.
Well, Conor Gallagher, I think, is an excellent player.
Yeah,
right,
correct.
and he makes them stronger.
Yep.
He's not top table, right? Is he?
No, he's good, a very solid, good player.
Yeah. Okay, prime example. Prime example.
Who do you have the chance to go to, Conor? There was 2 clubs. It was Tottenham. Who was the other one?
It weren't Palace. He didn't.
No, there was another club, and he opted to go to Tottenham.
I can't remember. But I'll give you a prime example of a player that they should have broken the bank for.
Yeah.
Jack Grealish on loan.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Now, I don't know what the deal is about Jack coming to London.
Maybe they didn't want him.
But he would have made them better.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
I don't get that. And you look at other players like Dewsbury Hall when he went to Everton, right? He could be playing for Spurs. Excellent player.
Yeah, but we only know that now because of what he's doing at Everton. At Chelsea,
but that's why you got scouts to go out and make Spurs stronger.
Yeah, but was he ever going to leave Chelsea to go straight to Spurs? No, listen.
There are players out there, right?
Yeah,
there are players
there
out
are
there.
bodies out there, yeah.
And they haven't invested. Can Spurs go down?
I don't think they will. They can, but I don't think they will.
You don't think they will? Okay. Next 2 weeks will tell us. So if they lose against Arsenal and lose against you, they're in it.
They might, yeah, but the others around them might lose too.
I know. But okay, if the others win and Spurs,
then
the next 2 games are
course.
huge. Okay. Spurs fans, are you genuinely, hand on heart, worried next season you could be playing football in the Championship? 03717 223344.
I'm all for the hard yards, and I don't think getting rid of Aubameyang was the same comparison because Arsenal didn't miss him and didn't lose anything as a result.
They did. That season he went to Barcelona and scored a hatful of goals.
No,
they made the Champions League. Arsenal didn't win the Champions League, but their future was to be a better one.
Everybody knew
there has to be a sacrifice
here.
Everybody
sat in the studio, and me and Jim being included, forecast that Aubameyang would lift the leg when he went to Barcelona. We all knew it because he'd go and do it in Spurs. What he was doing was creating a polluted environment inside the dressing room that was relatively solidified in certain ways of a new manager.
Impressionable young players.
This is a different dressing room. Now, I don't disagree. The harder yards are that you take control of the situation. So let's get it right. Arteta was being supported by his board. He was supported by his board in the Aubameyang decision. You've got a group of people that didn't employ Thomas Frank, that are not entirely sure about Thomas Frank's future. So he's going to go to them and say, the player that you just signed a 4-year contract on, that we've made captain, I'm going to jettison him.
You're suggesting that, son. You wholeheartedly, they gave Thomas Frank the job.
No, they didn't.
Well, why not? How are you saying this? Do you have inside information that we don't have then?
Yes, I do. Because Daniel Levy and self-evident information.
He's not there anymore, is he? So what's he going to do?
So my point. Don't be so bloody stupid then. Daniel Levy's not there, and neither is Paratici. They were the two.
So he's exposed now because he's gone.
Yes, I do. I think he's absolutely got no allies there.
Well, maybe he's better off without him.
Well, that's a different argument.
Because maybe that person was also detrimental long-term to the club.
Which argument
Depends
do you want me to respond to?
If you want to look at everything, the money that Spurs have made and how valuable they are, and the shares that are actually Daniel Levy's shares, by the way.
Got to do?
Were those decisions made for Daniel Levy's shares to become even more valuable?
Right, so all of that has...
Or was it for the team on the pitch?
All of that has nothing to do with Christian Romero. Right, so let's go to the point in hand.
Well, you spread it out. You spread it out into.
No, what I did is I talked about the ridiculousness of your binary argument, which is just not
ridiculous. It's not
ridiculous. Sat here 2 years ago.
It's not ridiculous because it's about culture.
Maybe you've been
about behaviour.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar, the legend, the sneaker freak that is Darren Bent. Still, the Cam will be reacting to all the stories from the EFL. Bent is the EFL corner in Ipswich. Just quickly, Destiny Udogie is set to be ruled out for another month with a hammy. Spurs fans, we will take your calls on whether or not Spurs will be staying up. I'm just reading now. talkSPORT understands that Sandro Tonali, he's keen on a move back to Italy. Also has interest from a host of Premier League clubs. You'd have him, but he wouldn't start, obviously.
For
Arsenal?
No, of course he wouldn't. He's up against Declan.
But you'd have him?
Yeah. Wow, him in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Listen, he might start as a 10.
Who?
Tonali.
Over who?
Well, Odegaard.
And Eze?
Eze, I mean, I love Eze, but...
Mark's a Spurs fan. Can Spurs be playing football in the Championship next season? Mark, hello.
Hi there. Yes. Yeah, they could, unfortunately.
Why? Are they that bad?
We are that bad, unfortunately. I think you've got to look at, apart from those first 10 games under Ange, over the last 2 and a bit seasons, it's relegation form. You alluded to the fact that the bottom 3 last year were so bad that we didn't have a chance of going down. There's only 2 teams that are going down so far this year. It's Wolves and Burnley. Outside of that, we are in that, and we talk about Newcastle and Arsenal next. Do I back us going to Craven Cottage and getting something? No. Palace at home? I don't back us at home at all because it's a toxic atmosphere in that stadium.
Mark, what has been the problem? Me and Andy spoke about recruitment, but what has been the problem the last 2 years? Because the last 2 years, arguably, you've seen one of your greatest days ever in terms of Europe. But in terms of the league form, oh my goodness, like what's happened?
Well, the Premier League has got more competitive and our squad hasn't. The investment is a big problem. You went as far back as Bruno. I don't think that's going back far enough. At the time where Tottenham were at, when we were doing a lot better, if we put the same wages on the table as Man United, I think we would have got it at that time. Not now. The time for players wanting to come to Tottenham is gone because players don't succeed there and managers don't succeed there. You don't know who you're going to be playing for year on year. So it's not an attractive option. And if Frank goes, which I think he probably will at the end of the year, who's going to want that job?
Oh, no, do you know what?
No one's going to want that
job, Mark, I get that.
There's always
for that job there, you're always going to get some people because it's still a huge club.
What will be interesting is whether or not we see Daniel Levy sell his stake in the club if he thinks they're going to be. If you drop down to the Championship, the value of the club drops as well. Right? That would be interesting. That's a telling sign if he flogs that soon. David's a Spurs fan. Hi, David.
Good evening, chaps. How's it going?
We're great, man. How are you today?
Yeah, good. Listen, 100%. Tottenham can go down 100%. I feel like the last couple of years we've been sleepwalking into this, and I think the reason behind this is that these players, and I don't know if this can be the case, but I think they've got it too good. We've got the best training facilities in the world. One of the best stadiums in the world, and they get treated like royalty throughout the week, like living in a spa. And then when it comes to Saturday and have to go out there and fight, I just don't think they've got it in them. And I think that's why we're in this relegation battle now, is because I don't believe the players that we've got have that fight in them. They haven't got that ruggedness.
Well, do you know what? The training ground, the training ground, most top clubs, and I put Spurs in that bracket, have got the best training facilities because it gives their players an extra percent. But the problem you've got is because your stadium is so nice, you effectively, it almost works against you because away teams are going to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or whatever you're calling it, and it's almost like, oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. They're like enjoying themselves there. Whereas the old White Hart Lane, although it was a unbelievable atmosphere, away teams didn't really like going there. But this new stadium, it's all brand new, it's shiny. What is it, 60, 70,000? Oh, people love it.
Are you a season ticket holder, David?
100%. I'm not, unfortunately.
Do you go?
Fortunately,
do you go?
But occasionally, me and my little boy go.
Okay. If you drop down to the if you drop to the Championship, will you go?
Oh, 100%. Listen,
I love that.
Your football club is your football club for life, right?
Right.
You have to support them through thick and thin. And if anything, look, Championships, I quite enjoy it. It's decent football. It's a bit of a throwback.
It's hard. Dave, it's hard.
Dave, let me ask you this. Dave,
trust me.
Dave, let me ask you this. Would you take next season in the Championship if you're guaranteed to come up, and while you're in the Championship, you break every single record?
No. It's all about the Prem. We've got to stay in the Prem. You touched on about attracting players. We have to be in the Prem to attract those players. So listen, we're in a dogfight. Tuesday's a must-win game. We've got to win. We are right in it.
Okay, good call. Thank you for that. Let's go to. It is a must-win game. Spirios joins us now, also a Spurs fan. Hi, Spirios.
D&G, how you doing, boys? You all right?
Good, man. How are you today?
Well, I'm not very well, mate, to be honest. Watching us lose every week, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
Where do you know what? We've had, I think, 3 or 4 calls on. No one's mentioned the injuries, and I think that is maybe 60, 70% of the reason why Spurs are in this mess.
Mate, that's what I wanted to ring about. It's either our medical team are useless, or it's a sabotage and they're all gooners. It's got to be one of the two.
Do you think there is a problem with your medical staff?
Well, they were blaming Ange last season, saying it was his tactics, yeah?
Yeah.
And we've had the same thing this season. So what does that tell you? It wasn't Ange, was it? It's got to be something deeper than that. You can't have the worst injury record in the league for 2 years on the trot. There must be something fundamentally wrong there. What is going on? Well, every week it's someone new.
Yeah. Thank you. You've, of course, played at the highest level. You've been at clubs. I'm guessing you've been at clubs where there have been problems with lots of players getting injured, and other clubs where it just doesn't happen. Is it something to do with the medical staff? Do you think could it just be coincidence?
Listen, it might be coincidence. Listen, I the clubs I played for, there was never really a problem with the medical staff. Yeah, at times you had injuries, maybe not to this level, but genuinely it was one of them where they'd be overly cautious to make sure the players are coming back in time. But also there's that added desperation, isn't there? Because for Thomas Frank, and this is where sometimes you all need to be on the same page, because Thomas Frank's thinking to himself, oh my goodness, like I can't buy a win somewhere. So if a player's 80% fit and the medical staff are saying, you probably shouldn't, Thomas Rex, well, hold on, I need him. So at some point, maybe there's a little bit of that going on the last couple of seasons with Ange in the league. So maybe I think potentially some of that's going to happen. But a lot of the medical staff that I know and the managers kind of go hand in hand, where he's like, listen, he's not ready to go yet, and the manager would go, fair enough, and they'll deal with it. But for Spurs to have so many injuries, like so many, Arsenal had it for a period.
I know.
And I'm like, what's going on? Like, how can you have 6, 7, 8 players out?
Still to come, we're discussing whether Coventry will still be top of the league after tonight's game between Sheffield United and Middlesbrough in Bentley's EFL Corner. First, it's time for No Googling. We'll have team news, by the way, ahead of that game in our show. Stick around for that. We've been talking about relegation. Which team has been relegated from the Premier League the most? It's that simple.
They wear yellow.
I can't tell you that. All right. You're horrible, you are.
Did they wear canary?
Joe, honestly, you're so pro Ipswich. It is unbelievable.
Oh, so it is them, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. But the answer is how many? I've changed the question. How many times have Norwich been relegated from the Premier League?
All
right. You're
Joe goes a lot.
You're vile, mate. I can only apologise to all our Norwich fans that are listening to the show. Don't worry, I'll be coming for Ipswich after this.
Number 6, 6-7, 6-7.
Dave from Sutton says, City goal should have stood. I hate how ex-refs say rules are rules, ruining the game. VAR can bore off. Charlie from Derby, thank God it was the third goal and not the second, because City would have lost 2 points. Another one here saying, the ref has to take the emotion out of it and disallow the goal. Isn't football all about emotion? Without emotion, what would the point be in anybody watching at all? And so on and so on and so on. So many people are furious with it all. And maybe our next caller, I'm not sure, about to find out, because Neil Warnock has called up. Morning, Neil.
Good morning, Neil.
Good morning, lads. Yeah, I had to do that, yeah.
Go. Come on, then. What did you make of it?
Well, the thing is, I go back to when I was a young kid, me. My dad refereed. He was a top referee, a Class 1, but he would never get to the top because he didn't sell enough raffle tickets for him and these dinners and things. he just refereed how he should do by using common sense, so he never got on. And I remember Bill Shankly saying, they know the laws, but they don't know the game. Yeah. And nothing has changed in all them years. I listened to Chris, and Chris is a lovely bloke, but he's one of them. They know the rules, they know it inside out, they know what should be happening, they know this, but they haven't got any idea about common sense. And they all think if we don't give this, then we'll lose some marks and we'll lose some... And it's a load of absolute rubbish. I've never heard anything like it. And it's all, Craig Pawson, I remember at Cardiff, him costing me 2 points against Chelsea. 2 yard offside, so I wanted VAR. But it's the way that they're using VAR now. John Brooks, oh my goodness me, I look at some of these referees. I didn't think they were good enough in for the Championship. They're all in top flight now. So it worries me that we're not getting better referees.
Former Premier League ref Chris Foy has told talkSPORT VAR just did its job in disallowing Cherki's goal during City's win at Anfield.
It sounds boring, it sounds tedious, but they have a job to do.
Well, the review means Szoboszlai misses Liverpool's game at Sunderland live on talkSPORT on Wednesday night, and City's comeback has cut Arsenal's lead from 9 to 6 points. But Martin Keown reckons that's actually better for the Gunners, who keep getting accused of mental weakness.
If they go 9 points clear, then it's theirs to lose again. And we get all of that propaganda that is worked to try and keep this story alive.
Propaganda from who?
Well, that's what I would see it as if I was on the inside. I'm listening. I'm shutting out all the noise.
Elsewhere, we're hearing Sandro Tonali would be up for heading home to Italy. Juventus are keen, along with several Premier League clubs. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe has again insisted he's the right man to take Newcastle forward.
There's no doubt in my mind, and that's why I'm sat here, because, as I said, the club's the most important thing. So I'd never put myself before the club if I didn't think I was the correct man to take the team forward.
And Brendan McCullum's job will be safe if England make the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. That's according to former England coach David Lloyd. But they'll have to make some serious improvements to make the latter stages. McCullum's boys only scraped past Nepal by 4 runs yesterday.
What's the tune called?
Biggie, 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 can't you see? That one, Biggie Smalls.
You know what's the tune called?
Can't you see?
No.
Sometimes the bump a jump a dump me. That one.
Yeah, what is it? Hypnotise. I thought you I swear, honestly, I thought you were about to go.
I did that to you. I did that to you. Before the break, I asked the question, which team has been relegated the most from the Premier League? You annoyingly said Ipswich. And then I said, right, how many?
I did say Ipswich.
Oh, Norwich, sorry. Wish it was Ipswich.
Well, Joe said it's 12.
It's not. Joe's horrible. By the way, Joe doubles every number.
6.
Yeah. All right. Just quickly, I played golf today.
West Essex?
West Essex.
How was everyone there after the...
That's a very good question. I just wanted to say that West Essex is alive and well. It's open. Thankfully, no one was hurt in that horrific fire. But it's open. I played this morning. In fact, I played with 2 mates. I played with a guy called Waller and I played with a guy called Darren. And the 3 of us were desperate to get sub-90s. And all 3 of us finished bang on 90.
Wow.
Which is still good for me. But I need to start hitting the late 80s.
Okay. I mean, what do you expect me to do with that story?
Mum, I'm not telling. I'm not talking to you. Why do you think? Why do you think I tell you?
We played golf.
No, I'm not telling you. I'm telling our listeners.
We all went to get 90, below 90, and we got 90. What am I supposed to do with that?
Right, there's more to that story.
Go ahead.
And because of that, they went unlucky. We've got something for Darren, and I left it there. But no, well done, West Essex. Getting yourself back on.
Okay, yeah. I mean that part's nice, but the whole 90 part. I mean, what am I doing with that?
It's a story. I don't know why you're attacking me.
I'm not. Sure. What's supposed to do with that? Where did I go with that? I wanted to shoot below 90 and I shot 90.
it's better than I played paddle. We won 6-4, 3-6. My rating's at 5 now. I played today.
Hey, great shot, Joe. Put that 21 minutes ago. I wanted to shoot below 90, and I shot 90. Brilliant.
I'm not a violent man, you know that, right? I play paddle. Yeah. I met someone on the paddle app.
Yeah. No.
He's a 5, I'm a 3.
Literally. Well, to shoot 90. And Joe, we all finished on 90. Brilliant.
Annoyingly, I've taught you too well. Time now for this.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Time now for Paddy's Performers in association with Drive's official betting partner, Paddy Power. Today we're looking back at a great weekend of football action, nominate the players we think made a difference and were Paddy's Performers. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you obviously getting your stats up.
I photographed a stat from the paper today about Bruno Fernandes. I've gone with him. Bruno Fernandes is officially now Manchester United's greatest.
Greatest ever player. Wow.
The Red Devils skipper reached 200 goal involvements for United on Saturday, faster than Ronaldo, David Beckham legend, Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes. The playmaker, 31, hit his 104th goal for the club. What goal that was, by the way, in a 2-0 over Spurs. That's 95 assists, 214 games. That is if you had a round of applause button, Jack, and you weren't buying T-shirts on Vinted, that would be an unbelievable stat.
Well, do you know what?
That is incredible.
Next question for you, and I need you to answer it, so don't poo-poo it or don't push it away. Does he get
push my poo-poo away?
Does he get in your greatest ever team?
Of Man United?
Yeah. With those stats?
No, of course not.
Oh, but you're just there going, kikiing over there like... Hey.
United have got some of the greatest players ever to play in the Premier League.
So he doesn't get in?
No, he's not better than Paul Scholes.
Okay, fair enough.
No, he's still an unbelievable player. Joe's giving me the old eyes.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay.
The old eyes. Like my dog gives me...
Not alongside Paul Scholes, no?
Not long. You can only have one player that does that in the team.
Roy Keane.
Yeah.
No,
Keane and Scholes.
He gets to go to Beckham.
He don't play on the right.
I play him on the right. He's delivering.
Let me just say something now, right? Let me just say now. Sandra, David's mum, listens to this show religiously.
Listen, he's a legend.
No, listen. I know that David checks in, right? Because sometimes lucky enough to get a DM from the man. I'm trying to get him on the show. You bowed-mouthing Sir David
I don't
Beckham.
bowed-mouth him.
Bowth?
I don't bowed-mouth him.
You want to say it one more time?
Yeah, no, bad-mouth him.
Right. Apologise to David.
No,
Apologise, Sir David.
Yeah, Sir I never bad-mouth him. He is an absolute legend. I've said that before.
Why you been
great
Darren's
captain.
A great lad as well.
He's a great lad.
Thinks about it. Doesn't know what to say. Andy, love him. Have you got the Andy?
I love Andy.
Boom. If you said to your wife, if I said to your wife, do you like Darren? And she went, no, yeah, I love that. You go, well, hold on a minute. Do you not know?
Yeah, but he also called you weird 3 seconds before
Darren's
that.
a great lad.
There was no gap in that. He said
great
he
lad.
called you weird before that.
What's weird? No, he just said the relationship I've got with his mum is weird.
Is that
no, it's not. What does that mean?
Bizarre. Anyway, I'm going for Cole Palmer. Brilliant. First half hat-trick. I think he's the only player in Premier League history to
here we go. What?
To score 3 hat-tricks in the first half.
3 hat-tricks?
He's got 3 hat-tricks in the first half of football.
Okay, all right.
Only player ever to do that in Premier League history. Congratulations, Cole Palmer. Legend. On the way...
Oh, he's a legend now, is he?
On the way...
I've called him that for years.
I'm on the way to being a genius.
All right. What percentage? If you've got to get to 100% to be a genius, where's he at?
40.
What's the matter with you today?
What?
No respect for these players.
No, I think he's unbelievable, yeah.
Ronaldinho, the old 4-season wonder fella.
Listen.
Underachiever.
Quick question. What's the biggest thing you can win at international stage? Like football competition. World Cup? Yes. Correct?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you can win as an individual?
No.
Yeah, okay. And what's the biggest thing you wear at club level?
Where?
Win at club level.
What do you mean?
What competition? What's the biggest thing?
Champions League.
There you go.
Right, I'll tell you what I do.
Completed it, mate.
I'll tell you what I do. I'll give you 3 players that have won all of that are no good. A Ballon d'Or winner, you go...
Go on then. I can't wait to win.
I need a list of them.
What, a World Cup winner, a Ballon d'Or winner, and a Champions League winner, and you're telling me they're no good.
And all 3, you'll say not the best in the world.
I can't wait to hear this.
All right, I'll do that.
Yes, I like that, Jack. Do you know what, Jack? I love that. Go on.
Right. World Cup winner. Before your time, you remember Felix, Brazil goalkeeper, useless.
Okay, do you win the Ballon d'Or?
Hold on, I'm going to give you different names.
No, you've got to give me one that's won all 3. Criteria is all 3.
Champions League winner.
Yeah.
Man United, Jonathan Greening.
No, but you're not understanding the question.
There's another one.
No, you're not understanding the question.
Ballon d'Or winner.
No, you're not understanding the question.
There's some awful.
No, you've got to have won all 3: World Cup, Champions League, Ballon d'Or.
Right, let me have a list of.
All right, and you're gonna find me someone who's awful. Can't wait for that. Good luck, mate.
Yeah. Wait, he's on one today, isn't he, the fella?
Hey, Joe's gonna find someone who's awful.
Wait, what happened? Did you lose a paddle today?
Hey, awful.
Did you lose a paddle?
No, awful.
Did you lose a paddle?
World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or winner, Champions League. It's awful.
Did you lose a paddle?
Have I? No.
Did you lose a paddle?
No, I didn't actually.
You're a liar.
Hey,
Do you lose a paddle?
Jack,
no, Jack, nothing. Do you lose a paddle?
No, I'm great, mate.
You lost a paddle. You got smashed. You got your backside handed on a plate.
Serious question.
Yeah.
How are you going to find someone who's awful who's 1-0 there?
Well, give me a couple of minutes. I'll do it in a break.
Right.
Man United to beat West Ham is 11-8 on. Chelsea to beat Leeds is 2-1 on. There you go. Paddy's performance for today. Catch up with the latest odds at paddypower.com. 18 plus only. BeGamblerWare.org.
Paddy's Performers on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. Reviewing the top ballers, performers and goal scorers from the latest footballing action. 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
He's struggling. ChatGPT is trying.
No, I'm just typing in Ballon d'Or.
You're going to find three.
Shut up. Bentley's EFL Corner, where we look at a big old weekend of EFL football across the network. Let's start with the league leaders' commentary. They were held at home by Oxford. Had to play the last 20 minutes with 10 men. Not good. Coventry have now won 4. This is insane. 4 of the last 13 championship matches. They could find themselves second in the table if Middlesbrough win tonight. Let's hear from Super Frank Lampard discussing the frustrating draw over the weekend.
Well, result-wise, yeah, because we should have won the game. Clearly, we had everything in terms of chances, shots, domination of the ball. I expected a little bit of that, but these are not an easy opponent. I've watched their last games. They went at Leicester. Sheffield United didn't make it easy. We created more than I think what Sheffield United did, and we didn't score. That's a reality for us. So, unfortunately for the lads, because they tried everything, we didn't get it.
Coventry. What's happened to Coventry? I think I might have the answer. Coventry. What's happening? I didn't even know it was that bad. 4 of the last 13. Part of the problem, I think, is when you're leading the pack for so long, and the finishing line doesn't seem to be coming.
And then
all of a sudden, it's round the corner. It's like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, it's not been great for them. I mean, drawn with Oxford, and don't get me wrong, Oxford this season has a number of good results. Beat Ipswich, by the way, down there. But obviously, it's 3 without a win now, and it just adds more pressure when you know the chasing pack behind you. I mean, Middlesbrough could go above them tonight when they play, but their next championship match, Coventry's, is absolutely massive against Middlesbrough. But they've got to find a way of turning it around. They've got good players in their squad. And they've got to this point for a reason, because they've been probably the best team in the division. But Super Frank's got to find a way of turning it around. What are you writing down here?
Just looking at some Ballon d'Or winners.
No, but you've got... Listen.
I know they'll win all 3. I'll find you.
Okay.
The answer.
That is one, Zidane.
No, that's not obviously one I'm going to choose. A legend. Let's... Ipswich win at Derby. Do you want to talk about that? Stay with the promotion, mate. Ipswich. Joe, you've turned me into an Ipswich hater.
I picked this.
Your fault.
Do you know what? Let's skip Ipswich. Let's go to the last one. Let's go Lincoln.
Okay, fine.
Let's show League One a bit of
go on then.
love.
I'll put my phone down. I'll get the answers to that in a break.
Go on then.
Where should we go? Where do you want to go?
Lincoln. I've got Lincoln. Obviously,
4-1 winners away at Plymouth.
Yeah, I mean their run is unbelievable. Lincoln at the minute. I mean I thought Cardiff were miles ahead, gone. All of a sudden it's 2 points. I mean in the last 12 games they've won 9. Lost none.
That's insane.
Do you know what I mean? They've been absolutely incredible. They obviously won at the weekend as well. Rico Hackett, 2 good goals as well, scored directly from a corner, by the way. And usually those type of goals, and I watched it, a little bit, it flew into the far top corner.
Wow.
But no, yeah, Lincoln, I did not see them coming up, but fair play to them. Wow.
Go on, a quick word about the other ones. Birmingham beat Leicester. Leicester had an awful week.
Oh, my goodness.
And now they've lost to Birmingham. It's just terrible, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's not even so much losing to Birmingham, right? It's the fact that you had the points deduction and there is a bit of a buffer, and now you're level on points with Blackburn at the bottom of the table. And when you look at what Leicester have got to come as well, I mean, they've got Southampton tomorrow night at home. Oh my goodness, it's massive. Because
I think every game for them massive now.
It's just, you know what it feels like? A punch in the stomach, and the players have just gone, oh no. Also, Ipswich beat Derby.
A quick word about Jack. You ready to press break button?
A great header from Leaf Davis.
Jack, quick word about Ipswich.
Yeah. So listen.
These players sometimes have got too much of it. They live in an environment where they're constantly told how wonderful they are. They're constantly provided for and supported, and you have to do that because it's a difficult game at times to play at elite levels. And put all the rewards to one side. But unless you start confronting people with their shortcomings as well as their positives, you will not build character, you will not build resilience, you will not build leaders, and you will not build people that actually make a team.
But Van Dijk says, Simon, when you're getting bullied after a disappointing performance or receiving bad criticism, it's hard for the younger stars to ignore.
Jim,
you dish it out, to be fair to you. You can dish it out.
We're talking about former.
Do you ever?
With respect, we're not talking about Simon here. We're talking about former players.
Do you ever think?
Could I speak on that?
Should a pundit ever think for a moment? I wonder if that kid. I wonder if that will affect him. What I've just said.
Depends what's being said about them. If you turn around and say that a 19-year-old kid is absolutely useless and thick and ugly, then you're getting into. If you say that's a terrible performance, he's got to get a bit more about him.
I don't see any harm in this.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, I mean, as former players, we need to be reminded every now and again. It looks very easy sat in the gantry. You know, you can all see the pass sat in the gantry. Only Dennis Bergkamp could see it on the pitch, and we forget the game looks easy. And it's all about development.
Oh, yeah, but the basics.
And there are
pressures.
pressures. There are pressures.
No one expects everyone to operate like Pirlo or Dennis Bergkamp. It's about the basics. But people go after people for the basics. When they don't do the basics, they don't apply themselves. They don't do the basic fundamentals that it takes most decent Premier League footballers are capable of doing. That's what they go after. They don't go after people not being able to hit a 60-yard worldie, do they?
But obviously on the inside, if he's saying that on the outside, on the inside, they're obviously a bit cheesed off.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football. Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology. How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Driver talkSPORT with Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Before the break, I said I'd find a player who's won the World Cup, the Ballon d'Or, and Champions League that's rubbish.
Yeah.
I lied. I found two.
That are rubbish.
Follow us at 7. I'll go through in a minute. Follow us at 7. The GOAT Adrian Durham brings you kick-off alongside Danny Murphy and Darren Lewis. Over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear live and exclusive EFL action. Big game, Middlesbrough head to Sheffield United in the Championship. Mark Wilson is your commentator for that one, and would you believe it, he's got all the team news for us now. Willow, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, boys. Big night for the Borough. Go top with a win. They've won the last 5, scoring 14 in the process, and no surprise, they're unchanged from the win over Norwich at the weekend. They go with Brynn in goal, Britton, Ayling, Malander and Target at the back, Brown, Morris and Hackney across the middle with Whittaker and McGree up alongside Tommy Conway. For the Blades, well, they're unbeaten in 3, but they're 8 off the playoffs, so getting into must-win territory already. They just make one change. It's a big one, though. Patrick Bamford, he's been amongst the goals since joining the Blades. He's back after injury. He replaces Tom Cannon up top. It's Cooper in goal, Sariki, Tanganga, Bindon and Burrows at the back. Arblaster and Peck holding with Brooks, O'Hare and Harmer behind Bamford, who leads the line. We're live from 7 o'clock, all the build-up over on talkSPORT 2. Former Leeds boss Neil Redfern alongside us at Bramall Lane for Sheffield United against Middlesbrough.
Good work. Thanks for that, Willow. Reminder, of course, after tonight's football, the boys on the sports bar from 10 will be taking your calls. Producer Joe's in the studio.
Good evening.
What was it?
Good evening.
So, Joe, before we do the end of the show quiz, we've got time. I've got 2 players, right? And you'll be the judge.
Okay. Now, why me?
No, because I need someone who's impartial, right?
I'm impartial.
So I've got a player that has, well, bearing in mind some great winners of the Champions League, the Ballon d'Or, and the World Cup.
So these have won all three.
Yeah.
So they had to have won all three of those things.
Yeah, I said, because it's on the back of you saying, I want Ronaldinho.
Yeah,
I said, just because you won it, don't make him great.
Yeah.
This player won the Champions League, the World Cup, and the Ballon d'Or, and I'm going, bit overrated. You got to be honest, Rivaldo.
Hey, one of the greatest.
Hold on. Shut up, Joe.
Yeah, great.
He's one of the greatest Brazilian players of all time.
Oh, I've got another
one.
Oh my goodness! You know what?
I've got one more.
No, you ain't got no more.
Mateus Sammer.
No. I mean, I don't even know who that is.
Well, there you go.
No.
Tams.
No, I think
Germany.
Sorry.
I'm assuming he was great.
Yeah, Joe,
he
listen.
won the Champions League, the Ballon d'Or, and the World Cup.
Joe.
No, he didn't.
No, Joe. He started with Rivaldo.
Rivaldo won.
He was top draw.
That bit where he got hit by the ball at the corner flag for me.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Okay, just his hat-trick for Barca to get the Champions League.
Embarrassing. Ronaldinho's not as good as you think, mate.
He is, mate. He's one of the greatest players of all time.
No,
he is.
Freestyler.
Yeah, mate. Listen.
You know, he's good in the car park.
No, he started with Rivaldo.
Good in the car park.
People are going to come for you for that.
Good luck to him. It's time for the end of the quiz.
Rivaldo.
Overrated, mate.
No, he's not overrated.
Very...
Shall I tell you what his Wikipedia page is?
No, I don't need to see it. Does it start with threw himself on the floor like a baby when he got hit by a ball? What are we doing today, Joe?
We're going to do a list today.
Yeah.
Because Noel Gallagher joined us earlier on the show.
Yeah, legend, yeah.
And he's just been named the best songwriter by the Brits.
Yeah, this year.
Awards.
Yeah.
I think it's this weekend or next weekend or something. So we're looking for the top 10 highest Brit earners of all time.
Love it. So just quickly,
They've got the most Brit awards.
Sorry.
Oh, the Brit Awards. Robbie is top.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. He is one of 10 players to have won the FIFA World Cup, UEFA Champions League, Ballon d'Or, and is widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time. Rivaldo. Karen.
Overrated.
AI. Robbie is top. He's got 18 Brit Awards.
Unbelievable.
What are we talking about? The what?
See, you're not even paying attention.
Top
Beatles.
No.
What are you talking about?
I think the Beatles probably before the Brit Awards. I don't know when they started, but...
So what am I looking for? Who's won the most?
The most Brit Awards, yep.
Yeah.
Robbie is top.
Hit me with Leona Lewis.
No.
Incorrect.
Nope.
It's got to be a boy band. Like Take That must be in there.
You want to throw it in?
Yeah.
Correct. They are 5th on 8 wins.
Spice Girls.
Yes, great call.
Spice Girls.
No.
Really? Okay. I would say One Direction. I don't think we're around long enough.
No.
It's going to be someone.
No, it might be.
One Direction.
10th on the list. 7 wins.
Okay.
UK, yeah? Brits, UK.
I think what's your name? Ed Sheeran.
Is on the list in 9th.
Oh, okay.
7 wins as well.
And Madonna?
Brits. Jeez, Bentley.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
She's not British.
I thought she was British as well.
She lives over here.
Yeah, I thought she was British.
No, you did think she's British.
I did. English.
British, you should say.
Who's...
Go on.
Oh, British.
Go on. Who are you thinking?
I mean, you can win it without being British.
Oh, so some of these aren't?
Best international artist. No, they're not. You're more than likely to be British.
Okay. It's called the Brits, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a big clue in the title, Joe.
Yeah, good point.
Brits.
Actually, there's one...
No, they're going to be British.
No, she is British.
Yeah, it's called the Brits, Joe.
Oh, she's British?
Yeah.
Yeah, that cuts it down to 50%.
I think you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. You've got
Call out who we got. Remind everyone if they're just...
You've got Robbie Williams, number 1. You've got Take That, number 5. Ed Sheeran, number 9. And One Direction,
That's a great call.
You said it just in case.
Coldplay.
Correct.
That was mine, that. It was, wasn't it?
Third on the list, 9 wins.
Can I stick Sugar Babes in there?
You can if you want.
I wouldn't...
Yeah.
Not on the list.
Oh, okay.
Brits, yeah, Brits. Soul Solid Crew.
Missing a big obvious one.
Are we? Queen.
Oh, hey, Elton John.
No and no.
Nope.
Again, both before the Brit Awards, I reckon.
I'm missing a big one. Boy band, girl band.
You got Noel in there?
Yeah. Oh, no. Have we stuck Noel in?
Oasis?
You haven't stuck
Oasis.
No, they're not. Not on the list.
What kind of list is this?
So, with the one we're missing, we've got about a minute left. The one we're missing, English. Boy band, girl band, single. What is it?
Well, the big one that you're missing.
Yeah.
Female.
English.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name? She brings an album out every 5 years. Adele.
She is second on the list with 12 wins. 12 Brit Awards.
Yeah, okay.
And then you've
we've
got
30 seconds. Give us some clues.
One's a bit of a cheat because you've had One Direction already.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
He is 4th on the list with 9.
Goldie looking chain.
No.
Yeah, go on.
So you've got a female solo artist. You've got a band.
Prodigy.
You've got another female solo artist, but she's also won them with her former band.
Oh, who's that for, Mel? I'm trying to think of. Oh, hold on. No. Anyone of the Spice Girls?
Their music was out. She's probably the oldest of the lot.
What? When what?
In terms of the year that her
No, we've got 30 seconds. Give us her initials.
A.L.
A.L. Audrey Roberts from Coronation Street.
A.L.
I'll give you Annie Lennox.
I wouldn't have got that.
And then you could have had 7th place Arctic Monkeys.
I wouldn't have got that.
8th place Dua Lipa.
I wouldn't have got that.
Dua Lipa's English. I thought Dua Lipa was from like Spain or something.
Well, because her name sounds Spanish.
Yeah, like Mexico or something.
She's
British.
Joe's not confident she is, are you?
I think she's dual heritage, but she is British, yeah.
Right. I would imagine if it's the British, you can only win it if you're British, unless it's best international foreign.
You're probably not going to win that 9 years in a row, are you?
No. Bentley's just find out if Dua Lipa was born in Madrid. Where was she born?
Yeah, fair play.
Where was she born?
It says born in London. Citizenship is Albania and Kosovo.
Oh, okay.
Fair play.
There you go. Every day's a learn day. Me and DB, the ledge, will be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock for more of the same. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Cameron, everything that we saw from Ruben Amorim, just to demonstrate the difference that Carrick has had. Like Manchester United have already surpassed the points tally from last season with 13 games to go.
Well, exactly. And